Hello, hello. We are here. It is time for Wrath of the Godkin, the only D&D campaign where you're going to have to take extra care introducing your mysterious Fey-like tomcat to your displacer kitten, or one of them may obliterate the other. Remember this for your pets at home. Say hello to Ronnie, the bugbear fighter, Waylon, the human paladin, Kelkan, the furbolg druid, Oz, the Kenku wizard, and Affinity, the tiefling bard who is absent today. Our heroes are experts at getting themselves into trouble, but before they do exactly that, let's remind you viewers at home what happened on previously Wrath of the Godkin. What happened on previously? Previously on Wrath of the Godkin. Last time, most of the party tried to re-escape Scorch's vault while Oz piloted a mystical flying space worm against waves of space invaders. Kel befriended a spotted displacer kitten, which did not initially seem to very keen on befriending anyone. The party discovered that the contents of certain rooms had shifted, meaning the Chimera was now directly blocking their escape route. They enacted another plan to trap it, piling bodies into a pit and having Finn prestidigitate the smell of delicious meat from the pile. After some close calls, the Chimera was trapped within the pit, and the party made their escape back to town. Meanwhile, Oz fought a squadron of space bats and defeated their space dragon boss like a pro gamer in an arcade shoot-'em-up. Then Oz was newly dubbed the Dragon King by his flying worm steed, which additionally gave him the power to summon the worm at will. Eddie the cat met the displacer kitten and revealed what the party already assumed: he's no ordinary cat. Eddie used some sort of psychic plasma to subdue the kitten and make it respect him before strutting out the door. Now, before we get started, just a reminder, you can donate to change the outcome of the game, and the rewards are listed right there below my face. Here we go. It's Summerfire 1 Mall, aka Tuesday at 6 p.m. Everybody's just finished eating dinner and taking a short rest. If you need one, you can take one if you need one. Nobody has seen Eddie since his outburst of weird power. The displacer kitten is currently sitting on Kel's lap, slowly nibbling at Kel's food. It still seems a bit traumatized, but is regaining its courage. Kel, if you would like to name the displacer kitten, you can do so now.
I forgot to run this by everyone, but I plan to. I like the name Domino for a spotted black
Domino? No, that's banned.
That.
A new name instead. Yeah, Domino it is. Domino the displacer kitten. Okay.
That cat is never going to understand the word no.
Domin's not responding.
Yeah, it's me.
Domino, yes.
No.
Okay. All right. I'm putting Domino under your sheet, Kel.
All right.
In characters. Or do you want me to put them in Druid summons? I'll put them in Druid summons.
That might actually, might be.
It doesn't quite make sense, but it fits. It's like your folder, so I might as well. Okay, so you guys have spent the time shooting the shits and getting prepped for your next course of action, which seems to be checking out the Under Tavern, as you guys have repeatedly said that you'd like to check it out to make any last ditch efforts to try to rally up the town in order to get a little bit of a resistance movement going on to take down either Scorch or Nautilus or whoever wants to get in your way. So, it is now your time to do so. However, you're not exactly sure where it is. You've heard it's sort of like by the docks or under the docks, but you're not exactly sure where the entrance is necessarily.
Didn't we learn in the last session it was like under the docks?
Right. You know that much.
Okay.
You're not sure if there's a ladder or a staircase or like where that specific entrance is or how to get under the docks without having to swim, but you know that's the general vicinity.
Gotcha.
Vicinity Amberfield, I think it's what it's called.
Ah. I'm madly...
You're madly in love with that cardinal direction.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, Ink isn't here, so if Finn needs to do something, I will do it. I will perform Finn. I'll just say, like, whatever, a lot. I'll act like Lisa Simpson when she is cool at the beach. That is my motivation. So currently you guys can head over if you can get that short rest bonus if you need it. And if you want to do any planning before you head that way or do anything else, any other shopping or anything like that, it is evening. You assume the bar will be open late, but if you want to head over there now, more power to you.
Guess evening's probably the best time to head over there. It's probably when it'll be the most busy as well.
Yeah. Will it... The question is, will it be busy enough where... And Wei kind of looks between Ronnie and Kel. Some of us could be a little bit more, less conspicuous.
Oh, you're talking about Finn, right? Yeah, she does kind of stick out a lot.
What?
Oh,
What do
yeah,
you mean?
yeah, and she totally got spotted at the manor today, causing mayhem.
When you say spotted, Domino's head perks up a bit.
You raise a good point, though. Like I said, I have a disguised self that I could use if I just need to look like someone else.
You could go as Milkhaven.
Yeah, that was discussed previously, I believe.
Okay.
That concept, I think maybe you floated it, or the idea that, yeah.
Ronnie puts their fedora on.
Ronnie, make a charisma check.
Yeah, good. Good.
Ronnie, with that -1, your natural lack of charisma, you're almost pulling it off, but everyone notices now how kind of scruffy you look. Some of your fur is sticking out through like minute holes in the fedora itself.
Wearing a fedora didn't make me blend in? What?
Yeah, everyone's noticing you more.
Is Oswald able to help to sort of clean up the fur sticking out and make it work a little bit more?
Yeah, make a sleight of hand to see if you can gussy this up a little bit. Oz does have sewing experience. Okay, you've successfully ripped like the top part of the fedora off, so it's just Ronnie's ears sticking out. It looks like a big sun visor going around Ronnie's head now.
There you go. It's better.
Ronnie wiggles their ears. Thanks, that is more comfortable.
Much easier to hear, I'd imagine, too.
Yours aren't all crazy in there now.
Ronnie now looks kind of like a farmer, like a farmer rabbit a little bit, because it's making your ears point up more because they're kind of like pinched at the side a little bit. Yeah, you look a little bit like, what Peter Rabbit who always steals the stuff from the farmer?
Yep.
That's kind of what you look like right now.
Ronnie would never.
Ronnie's a good noodle.
You see across the room, one of the other regulars at the bar is like this old farmer, and he looks at you. Something about that one I don't trust.
Ronnie smiles and just gives him a nod.
Make a charisma, another charisma.
Oh no!
See if you can win him over with a smile. It's still that -1. He recognizes that you're being friendly, but his natural racism towards rabbits as a farmer makes him mistrustful of you. He takes like a bushel of carrots that he just happens to have with him, and he clutches it to his bosom nervously.
Has that guy been here the whole time?
Wondrous Lychee comes over. Oh yes, he's been in here every single time that you guys have. This is just the first time you've noticed him.
You've been listening this whole time?
No, he just sort of mumbles about carrots and gets drunk until his wife comes to pick him up.
Well,
You came in and answered our question. Have you been listening this whole time?
Carrots are so much mine carrots.
right.
And then Wei leans into Kel. Did he say he mines carrots? Do carrots work that way?
Oz, while you're
Wei has
staring at
never
this
seen a
farmer,
vegetable.
Wait, only eats candy. He's like an adult man who only eats like donuts and ice cream all day. I work it off with the fighting. It's fine. If you do like a
Maraschino
C
cherries are
scan of
vegetables,
whey,
right?
you do like an X-ray of whey where his heart should be. There's just an eclair. That looks like it's dangerous. It's probably just Fabian. I'll keep eating them. So, Oz, while you're staring at this farmer, please make an insight check to see if he actually has been listening. At natural 25 insight, you've got
Wow.
Oz looking into this guy's face. You know elderly people fairly well from like your grandma's friends and stuff like that. You've met a fair number of elderly people. And you can tell that even amongst elderly people who can sometimes be a bit crotchety and grumpy, this guy just seems like he's perhaps a tad too senile to even comprehend what you guys have been saying. Even if he had been there the whole time and had listened to everything that you guys had say, there is a less than 0% chance that he would be able to communicate to anybody in a way that could possibly hurt you, because he is just, it seems like he is on a one-way trip towards dementia and carrots.
Oz is going to pull out a somewhat squished blueberry tart from his bag, walk over, hand it to the old man, kind of give him a pat. It's like, it's okay, Grandpa. The carrot mines will be there for you.
He looks at you as though you had somehow read his mind. You now realize also that he did not realize he'd been mumbling aloud until this. He takes the eclair and or what did you give him? Blueberry tart? One of grandma's or
Blueberry
something?
tart. One
Yeah,
of his
blueberry
rather
tart.
squished ones from his bag.
I was thinking about Way's heart eclair instead. I would really love an eclair right now. The he takes the blueberry tart and covers his mouth while he's eating it, as if you could somehow read his lips while he's eating it. He also takes it in a manner that seems to suggest that he thought he ordered it and you were the waiter. Like there's no even compunction that this was a special treat, or he has is supposed to politely thank you in this moment. He's just sort of like, yep, that's my eclair, I just ate it, and goes back to the carrots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5.
Did you mean to say eclair?
Eclairets?
Oz is smiling and mouths to Ronnie, can we keep him?
Domino's ears flatten. He has enough
My
siblings.
face in real life just did a horrified look, which also is Ronnie being like, no.
Ronnie, as you look over at the old man, you see Oz smiling with like that wide-eyed, sparkly look, and you see the old man just like one tooth in his entire mouth, drooling and staring at you with lots of crumbs on his face.
Oz, I think that's called kidnap.
But he's such a nice old man. He reminds, well, actually, no, he doesn't remind me of my grandma. My grandma would beat him up.
You see him grab Oz by the cheeks and begin to like gently but firmly squeeze Oz's cheeks from behind. Cabbages, firm this year.
Oz, are you okay?
I think I got a new nickname.
He picks Oz up and tries to stuff him in the carrot bag.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
This is kidnap.
All right.
Oh God, not again.
I don't think I go in the bag.
All right.
Are you just gonna let this happen?
Nope.
Or-
Ronnie's gonna sort of come over and try to nod politely and just like two-handed take Oz, just lift him back out and walk back to the table. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Have a wonderful evening.
Make another charisma save here. Actually, no, make an intimidation check here.
Which you know is also charisma.
I know, but it fits better the situation. Okay.
Ronnie is deeply not trying to intimidate this man. They are trying to be
I
polite
know,
and
but that his
respectful.
dementia is causing him to interpret all of your actions strangely because he thinks you're a giant farmer rabbit. So
Yep.
you walk over to him and he no longer sees a small farmer rabbit. He sees a big farmer rabbit. And he gasps and drops the satchel that Oz is sticking out of. Oz pops out and rolls on the floor with a bunch of carrots. And he stands and decrees, "The Rabbit of Doom!" and runs out the door screaming.
Does he also yell, "My cabbages," as
My
Ronnie steals?
cabbages!
Ronnie's like holding the bag. Sir, your carrots. You. Oh.
Two
I guess
other
they hand them to
regulars at a
Wondrous.
nearby table. He always said the giant rabbit would steal his carrots. I never thought he was right. They
I'm not-
they,
Never met a rabbit folk.
they both look at Ronnie and shake their heads and go tisk tisk tisk.
Ronnie very sheepishly is like, Wondrous Lychee, like, I guess if you want to hold on to these for him, would you mind?
I'm not taking your stolen goods.
Oh,
I'll
that's
take
so.
them.
Wondrous Lychee, you know who I am.
I've never seen this person. She's panicked in front of the regulars, worried that everyone's gonna think she's a thief. She ducks behind the counter, which prompts Tavian to pop out of the kitchen. Oh, perfect! He just takes the carrots without a second thought.
Ronnie backs away, goes to the table, and I guess I'm in disguise now.
Yeah, that's a badass nickname. Rabbit of Doom? Giant Rabbit of Doom? I wish I had a nickname like that.
And just say you're a rabbit folk.
Yep, that. For sure.
After a bunch of
God.
commotion, you guys are no closer to any of your goals, but you are treated to a lovely carrot cake dessert later tonight. You can already smell it baking.
Hell yeah.
Well, now that I'm disguised as a rabbit folk, thank you, Oz. Kel, do you need to change or anything? Do we want to head to the Under Tavern?
Kel, make a wisdom check real quick.
Just a save or just a regular check?
Regular save. Or, well, yeah, it's fine. Okay, 21. Looking at Ronnie's so-called farmer rabbit disguise, you're not 100% sure how much this would fool an actual, like, rogue or thief person. It looks just like a weird outfit that kind of makes Ronnie look like a hick. You're not 100% sure if this is actually a great disguise for Ronnie, but there's two ways you could go about this. You could either try to match the lackluster disguise, or you could try to gussy yourself up, or alternatively, you could try to gussy both of you up with fresh disguises. Is Kel the only person here who has been made by the Firebeards at this point?
Yeah, he was the only one who got made by Scorch. Everyone who saw Way is dead.
Right. Everyone
Okay.
else was invisible too.
Yeah.
And he sort of feels he doesn't have any strong feelings besides what he previously had prior to the wedding towards Finn. That hasn't really changed. What's his main hang up right now is the fact that he believes that the real Bill Caven is the one that Way is portraying while he's in disguise.
Well, I guess when you put it like that, though, we're not trying to fool the people in the Under Tavern. We're just trying to get past Scorch's guards. So
exactly.
would it be sufficient to fool them? I guess is the real dilemma.
Right. Based on your wisdom roll, you have to assume that if you want to, well, you assume a couple things. Firebeards don't seem that bright as far as guards go. You've had many run-ins with them. Disguise like that might be able to fool them, but it's more of a 50-50. You could probably string something better together. But you've already heard the suggestion of you going as Bill Caven. This does sort of set up some other flags in the back of your head, though, when you think about it more. Make an intelligence save.
I mean, Bill Caven shouldn't necessarily be with us, the people
Well-
that Scorch hates.
There's 2
Uh,
ways we can go about it. +4 to that 18, by the way.
Right.
Oh, great. Okay. You're worried about you remember that you guys have left the real Bill Caven in jail. And you also aren't sure what the time on that is, like what the timeline is on them figuring it out. It feels like a ticking clock for you. So you're a little worried about that.
Well, I'll turn to Wei. Maybe we lean into this whole farmer aesthetic. Like, I could Tito's tater it up, and we can pretend to be like prospective potato farmers going to the Under Tavern to pitch our produce for their vodka.
Okay.
Or French fries.
At this point, I'm going to. Oh, wait, I don't have to do this through Finn, but it would be a roll through Finn and Wei otherwise. I'll do it for both of you guys. Okay, Finn and Wei, make a wisdom save.
Very nice.
Finn sees nothing wrong with this. In fact, she doesn't really care.
Finn is redoing her own makeup. Oblivious.
Finn is doing her nails right now. Wei, you're thinking about the type of clientele that works at these kind of seedy establishments. There's a reason this place is hidden away, right? That means it's probably a den of thieves. Maybe it's a wretched hive of scum and villainy. You're going to have to assume that a bunch of rubes walking in off the street dressed as local towny farmers, you're going to attract a lot of attention, either as people will know you're disguised, or they'll just want to take advantage of a bunch of dumb hicks from their perception. Maybe there's another kind of disguise that might be better suited for this sort of criminal, attractive tavern.
Yeah, farmer's gonna stand out with that kind of clientele.
Would
Like-
it be helpful for me to be, well, pretend to be a mark that you can impress people by taking advantage of or something?
That could work. What did you have in mind?
Well, I'm not good at lying, so if I just get taken advantage of, that seems natural for me.
Finn is going to pipe up here and say, we don't all have to know each other either. We could go in separately or something.
I was thinking that as well. Maybe groups of 2? Or
And she shoots you a look.
just shooting out a number!
Well, I think we'd have to be pretty careful with the group composition, because some of us no talk as well as others.
Domino gives you a look. The same look that Finn gave Wei. Raised eyebrow.
Okay, so I
Ink's
go
in
with
the chat. Sicky Ink is in the chat.
So I can go with Kel, or I can go with Ronnie. Big Kev's showing up at the Under Tavern.
Oz, make an intelligence save. There's a good chance that Big Kev will meet Big Kev at this Under Tavern.
Oh yeah, Big Kev's gonna go. I heard he has a missing brother that's been looking for him.
Oh yeah, bigger Kev, right?
Yeah. Don't spread this around too much, Oswinks. But I heard Big Kev's brother used to have a different name, but he took Big Kev's name when he went to a different town.
So you guys want to head over?
Maybe, okay. So wait, so what are our cover stories then? Because I can disguise myself. Who am I going with? Wei? Finn?
Yeah, if you and me want to go.
Hell yeah. Okay, what's our cover?
I'm looking Kel up and down. I know he has disguise self. I can't do mine. So... Have I ever said what my costumes are? I know one of them is Darv's old uniform from the casino.
Mm-hmm.
Did I
You
specify
have a
what the other two
disguise
were?
kit, right?
Yeah.
Well, that just means you can easily fashion a disguise based on. So you could make, conceivably, so long as the costume isn't. I would say a costume that's elaborate, like Oz's dragon costume, would take more time to design and create. But if it's just like townsperson or, for example, I think you could conceivably have cobbled together an outfit based on any of the situations you've already been in. You know what I mean? Like, you could
Okay.
conceivably, if you didn't have everything available, you could probably put together a Firebeard pirate outfit. So any characters that any type of or style of faction that you've had regular interactions with, I think like if you've interacted or fought them or been in scenarios with them, like, I don't know, 2-3 times, I think like you could conceivably dress as them. You know, it might cause other complications, like if they'll be like, who are you? But you've been in that sort of situation before. That was sort of Ronnie's catering scheme too. So, but I think that is part of Wei's kit. But I also know that Oz is good at creating costumes too. That's part of his character. So I think between the two of you, you guys should be able to come up with reasonable costumes. If you wanted to do something like, okay, I'm going to impersonate like some sort of deity or something, and you know, that might take extra work to get something that looks magical and stuff like that. But yeah, what are you thinking as a vibe?
Yeah, I think I'm going for gruff smuggler sailor type.
I guarantee you that you could probably put that together just by pilfering shit from around the bar that you're in, you know?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so I start kind of like describing people that I'd seen in Mystic Port to Kel. And I'm like, listen, we're brothers. You make yourself look like me, but like just a little bit off, you know? Like I'll be the tall one, you could be the short, wide one, or you know, however we want to do it, but like we're brothers, we smuggle shit out of Mystic Port. That's our vibe.
I like the sound of that. Yeah, once Wei puts on his disguise, I'll just copy, but not exactly it,
And hunch.
and hunch a little bit. I can actually
Or
make
he could be
myself
the
look a
tall
little
one and I'll
shorter
be
with
the
it.
short one, you know?
Okay, Wei, are you assisting him with his costume, or is he making it on his own?
Well, his is disguise self, so his...
Right, mine's a spell.
Yeah.
So your spell is that the one that can make you like a foot higher or a foot lower?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Kel, are you behaving as a humanoid now?
Yes, I will look like a human, assuming that's what Wei's going for.
Okay, gotcha.
You could probably get away with like a half orc and we'll just say we're half brothers.
But he can make himself look a foot shorter.
Yes,
so
I can.
he could actually
Okay.
copy your body type. That's what you're not able to do with just a regular disguise kit. Okay. For this, I'm going to say both of you make straight charisma rolls.
And I'm helping Kel.
Thank you.
Yes. So Kel get the okay. So
Nailed it.
Kel, your spell looks good, but your demeanor is all wrong. You sort of your shoulders are hunched forward. You're like you're wearing your insecurity about whether or not this is gonna work on your sleeve a little bit, and it makes your tough smuggler seem timid.
How's this Wei?
We got this. Don't worry. Just roll your shoulders back. I will do the talking.
Sounds like a plan.
I try to
You-
put my hands on his shoulders.
He really took the note there. He's like, okay, my direction is this. I'm going to do it. Okay, great. Okay. So it naturally makes sense that you guys would go as a duo, Ronnie and Oz, I think. Or unless Big Kev wants to go solo and then Ronnie and Finn can go together.
I think Ronnie maybe looks at it as like, well, I've been your muscle already here. If you're going as yourself, maybe I'll just do that again.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Although I don't know why my muscle would be a farmer.
Ronnie takes off their fedora brim visor.
I mean,
Okay.
it could be a good disguise for later. But just wear whatever you wore for my performance. We can do that again.
That was the fedora, but
Oh.
I'll put the jacket on.
Oz, why did you have
Ronnie
to do
goes
that?
upstairs to get the weird jacket.
I mean, it kind of made Ronnie look like a bookie, you know, like somebody who like fixes bets. You know how they wear the visor?
I think you're thinking of a card
Fedora.
dealer.
I mean that too.
I need to see if there's like a thread and needle at the front desk, but I could fix your fedora if you need it, Ronnie.
No, it's fine. It's just a fedora. Okay. Actually, guys, I might be looking for a chance to perform. I mean, we know Tuck's girlfriend, what's her face, she performs there. So this could be a good opportunity for me.
We could go with the bodyguard gig for Ronnie as well, actually.
That's what we just said, Cal.
Yeah, I was just reaffirming. I'm an active listener, okay?
Wow. Stop looking in the mirror and adjusting your disguise. It's sad. Okay.
Hey, do you need some water?
I'm just gonna shape water and splash everyone in the room in my nerves.
All right, are you guys ready to go to the Under Tavern?
Yeah.
Okay, so you make your way to the docks. What you see is 3 long piers spreading out. You see Edgar's tugboat at the first pier. He sort of gives you a half-hearted wave and goes back to his reading. You see some sailors milling about, but there's no clear indication of where to go quite yet.
Um. Are there any people in the beach kind of near the south? Would it be weird if I like tried to start walking over here?
No, you certainly can. There are a couple fishermen out on the docks. It looks like there's a
Okay.
family having a picnic on the beach too. Or cleaning up, I guess, their picnic from earlier.
Okay, yeah, then I'll just kind of meander there and I'll start looking around.
Okay, make an investigation roll, please.
Investigation. And that's a 9.
There's nothing on the beach that suggests there's an entrance over here that you can find.
Can Ronnie also sort of like around this sort of corner of the dock be like looking for footprints, signs of passage? Like, is some area of the dock worn more smooth than others?
Make an investigation check on the south side of the dock.
Yeah, they're gonna give themselves guidance.
Okay.
Oh, they're not gonna bother.
There doesn't seem, I mean, a lot of it's worn down because there's tons of foot traffic getting off vessels and stuff like that. But the main thing you recognize is that aside from a really ratty, like seaweed-eaten, destroyed rope ladder that leads almost directly into the water below, there's no sign of passage down on this side.
I think they're gonna try to use the friendship tattoo to think to the others, should I go down that ladder?
Okay, make an Arcana check to see if how your tattoo mastery is coming along.
Also great, yep.
Why did I roll
Everyone else
into
just gets a bunch of static in their heads.
I have I only rolled charisma rolls so far today.
this?
Ronnie thinks everyone's ignoring them. Okay, I guess not.
Kel, make a perception check.
Okay. Fuck me.
You don't see anything. In fact, you see less than usual. Can everyone tell that you're not really who you appear to be? It feels like it.
Keep messing
Guys,
with
have you considered that it might be underwater?
I thought it was under tab.
It would be the underwater tavern.
You know what? Fuck this. Wei is going to walk up to Edgar's ship.
Oh, hey, Wei, what's up?
Hey, sup, Edgar?
Wait, you can tell it's us?
Oh, yeah. Wear hug, you know? I mean, wear boar. I can smell that it's you.
Oh,
Ah,
sniffed us out. Yeah. Okay, cool. Under Tavern, have you been?
He starts looking around. You might want to be a bit quieter about that. It's supposed to be a secret, you know?
All right. Do you know where it is?
Yeah, you trying to get in?
Yeah. You got an in?
I got an in for me, but it's kind of a fisherman-only thing, or certain other types of folks. You're not really supposed to let your friends in, but I can tell you where it is, and you can try your luck.
Yeah. That's perfect.
Go to the end of the dock here, and look straight down. You should see a very slight vertical staircase that'll lead you down to a lower platform. Follow that into the cave, and then talk to the doorman.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
and if anyone asks, we know you. I mean, we don't know you. I mean, yes.
That must be Kel, right?
Kel's face falls.
He nods to you guys and goes back to his paper. Then you see him moving his tugboat a bit off the dock and out to sea a little bit, as if to distance himself from whatever you guys are doing.
Fair. Yeah, I will follow his instructions and I will go to the end of the dock.
Okay, make a investigation or perception check.
Do I get any kind of advantage because Edgar pointed me out for what I'm looking for?
No, it'll just be a very low DC.
Are you fucking kidding me?
With the first one, right? It still meets it. It was DC 5.
Okay.
Because you already know it. You would have to be like really incompetent not to, but I think like anything under 5, it's fair enough. I mean, I would have let on this
5,
case. Yeah, exactly. It's like, let's get it kind of dark, and he doesn't have dark vision, right?
Roll a nat 1, you trip down the stairs.
Yeah, you bend over too far, smack your chin on the staircase, and die in the water.
Is that what happens to me because of my nat 1 perception roll?
No, you're just embarrassed again. It feels like par for the course for Kel. No need to pile on. Okay, wait. It is super slight. It's incredible to imagine how anyone gets down this thing. But there is a little staircase. Should be okay for you, but to get Ronnie down this thing, I don't know how. Maybe there's another way for bigger creatures, but there is a way down to another platform.
Okay, how far is Ronnie from me?
Where did
Like, is
Ronnie
Ronnie an
go?
eye shot?
Yeah, Ronnie's just like 30, 40 feet away from you.
I'm gonna try and mimic one of Ronnie. When we were on the deserted island, Ronnie would do like hand signs. I'm gonna
gestures,
try and I'm gonna try and like gesture.
Okay, make a sleight of hands.
Ronnie is thrilled.
You perfectly mimic the correct gestures, even not sure you've just seen Ronnie do them enough. Ronnie, you immediately understand that Wei is trying to say, the ladder's down here, we can go this way.
I like to think that Wei, like me, did not know what I was trying to communicate to Ronnie
It just
and assumed I would
happens,
get a bad roll, but he signaled the exact things, like an air pilot, or like the people on the airfield telling planes where to go.
If someone had done these gestures to you, you would not understand them. However, you have inadvertently picked the right series of them to communicate exactly what Ronnie needs to know.
Right.
Okay.
Give a serious nod. Confirmation.
Brow furrows. Sun hat visor thing goes back on. It's serious time.
And I'll go like, watch your step, Kel, and I'll go down first.
Okay, make a dex save as you're going down.
I love that for me.
Okay.
Nice.
These are creaky, old, rotten things. There's got to be a safer way for most people, because this cannot be it. But you do successfully make it down to the platform below. Before you, there is a small, slightly more rotten version of the dock above. It seems to lead into a cave. To the right, there is a lantern inside the cave, and it also looks like some daylight is getting in to the right side. To the left, it is pure dark.
Wei, is it safe for me to come down?
Yeah, be super fucking careful. How far down is the ladder? At what point would Kel be in my 10-foot zone?
He's probably in your 10-foot zone vertically right now.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. I'll follow Wei down there very gingerly, trying like to emulate his movements exactly.
Okay, make a dex save.
+4.
17. Okay, you just barely make it down safely. At one point, your foot breaks through one of the planks on the way down, leaving a gap there. But you do make it down. As you are, make a intelligence save too.
+4.
This doesn't seem right, but you're not sure if there's another way.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me clarify that. It doesn't make sense to you that if there are big... You're not the only big creature in the world, right? It's stupid that this ladder is like this. That's how you feel.
Good. Thank you for clarifying. That was very alarming to hear.
Yeah, I was trying to, like... Yeah, it doesn't matter. All right, go ahead. Kel, you were down on this lower dock, and you are with Wei. You guys are both still in disguise, and you see what he sees. You see the dock leading to the underside of this cliff, and there's a cave in there. To the right, it looks like a cavern system that has a torch and some fire. And to your left, you see pure darkness leading deeper into the caves.
Wade, do you have any idea of where to go? I can try and perceive stuff, but this feels like more your wheelhouse, I'll be honest.
Yeah, the dark stuff I'm not going to be able to see if you can help with that, but yeah, let's just stick together.
All right,
And-
light's not going to be a problem unless we're not the type of people who cast magic.
Yeah. But still, let's keep together, and I'll start walking down the pier until I start finding a more, hearing action, seeing anything, getting a better clue on where to go.
I'm gonna pull out character tokens right now. We're gonna use for now we're gonna use Wei as one team, and we're gonna use Ronnie.
So we're,
Actually, we
right
need 3 teams because
here.
Oz is no. You're here. You're under this side of the dock.
Oh, gotcha.
That's why I'm making this right now to make it spatially more clear. Oz is in Big Kev. I'm gonna give him a green so we know he's Big Kev right now. Ronnie and Finn are doing bodyguard stuff, and you guys are doing what's your disguises? Firebeards?
We're smuggler brothers.
Just generic
Yeah.
seafaring pirate types?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ne'er-do-wells, you know.
Okay, but no affiliation to the Firebeards.
No.
Okay, so you guys went down a ladder right here. Moving in a little bit. You went down a ladder right here where Wei's token is. You are now below that part of the ladder, facing this interior cliffside. To this north side, you see a underground cavern system with a light, and it looks like there's another opening out to sea there because get some daylight in there too. And then under sort of where Oz is right now is where the other path leads, and it is pure dark in that direction. So those are your options. While they're figuring that out, what are the rest of you guys doing?
How long do you think we should wait before we follow them? And should the 3 of us go together? I don't know. Finn and Big Kev are both performers.
Big Kev is a performer?
I mean, in the fights, right? That's
Oh, right.
like they're right.
I will say, looking down the hole, it looks a little bit dark in there. So might need a little bit of help making it through.
Okay. Well, I should be able to see my way through there. Well, this is stupid. Let's just go together. She struts off towards where Wei went down the ladder.
Oh, okay, great. Yep.
Yeah, all right.
Ronnie follows.
Okay, so Finn is going to try to she does not like the look of this ladder, and so she's just going to try to it's not really a ladder, it's a shitty staircase. And she's going to try to actually, I'm going to make a perception roll to see if she sees something first. Okay, she notices that this side of the dock is super slimy and covered in algae, and she does not want to deal with that. So she's going to go over to this side where it looks a bit drier, and she's going to sort of hang down. She's gonna like lean off and hang down this swing down and attempt to just swing onto the lower platform from here. It's gonna do an acrobatics. Okay, she makes it and lands right behind Way. Hi. Okay, you other guys can make your way down now, if you would like to. Choosing either of those methods of getting down.
Does the way, I think Ronnie also was like, this looks very small and rickety. Does it seem possible for them to try to like sort of climb under the way that Finn went?
Yeah, it based on what you've seen so far of this, and you've been watching this even from afar. You look down, there's a new hole on the staircase from where Kel's foot went through. It makes the most sense for you to try to emulate what Finn did, although you don't need to do it as quite as gymnastic balletic. You could do it as an athletics.
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you for hearing my exact question.
Yeah, I think
they will try to do that.
Yeah, we should just roll athletics for us, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, yeah,
Ooh.
You do it. You sort of just like pull yourself down and gently swing on to the bar below.
They will then go under the main ladder and sort of put their arms out and look up and see if Oz/Big Kev wants to drop down.
You get the feeling Big Kev was waiting for this, and the second he sees you put your arms out just without saying anything, just cannonballs.
Okay, Ronnie, make a strength as you're catching Oz. Strength save. Okay, you easily cradle Oz in your arms and put him down there.
All right. Nice jump, Big Kev.
Thank you for catching me.
Great, so we're all coming into the Under Tavern separately together?
We think too much. I said we just get in there. I'm losing time to perform.
I mean, we just met each other in the tunnel. We're just heading the same way.
Fair enough.
Kel, from down the tunnel on the left, the darker passage, you hear what sounds like just general conversation, casual conversation.
Oh, nice. I'll point that out to the others, and I'll produce a little flame in my hand to light up the way, and be like, "It sounds like conversation's coming from that way. That might be our best shot."
Great.
Okay. You guys go together. You take the left fork in this passageway. As soon as you go around a little bend, you see a line full of sort of rough and tumble townsfolk. Some you've seen around town, some are new faces to you. About 4 or 5 of them are waiting in line outside what looks to be a strong, reinforced, sealed door built into the cave wall. As you walk up holding this flame, a few of them start tisking and be like, "Hey man, turn that off, put that out."
Oh, that's my bad, and I'll put it out.
Fucking tourists. They all go back to shit talking Cal privately.
And go back to it. What they were doing before.
Yeah, exactly. This guy thinks he can break into the mayor's mansion and just get away with it. He's an asshole. You suddenly realize that you are in a queue that is now, I guess, 9 people long in the dark. People are mumbling, but it's a little weird and uncomfortable. Those of you with dark vision, it's just a bunch of people standing in line. And for those of you without dark vision, it's just pitch black and really weird. But, Way, from what you've seen, I need you to make a charisma save right here.
Alright.
Nat 1 is 12? That's crazy.
Wow.
That's so crazy.
It's too dark. You can't get a good sense on what is going on right now, but waiting in line in the dark gives you the heebie-jeebies.
Can I listen to the conversations that they're having? I have Thieves' Cant. Would that be able to give me any kind of sense if there's a passcode that I need to say?
They make a perception real quick to see what's going on.
Perception.
Based on what you can tell, it seems like none of these people who are in front of you in line are a big deal, except these two guys might be a big deal. It's actually a group of three. There are two guys and a girl, and they all seem to know each other. They're all gnolls, and they seem to be arguing about a person that you aren't sure you recognize, but they keep referring to her as the princess, and they just keep shit talking her the whole time. Make an intelligence save here, Way. Okay, wait a minute. Did they just say something about... There's something about what they're saying rings a bell to you, but you're not exactly sure. That's it. They said something about a violin. Wait a minute. Are they shit-talking Tuck's girlfriend? Yeah, that's right. She was a tiefling violinist. It sounds like they're making fun of her. And it sounds like what they're saying is that she doesn't know how to run the open mic, and she's not giving enough time to the comedians. Wait a minute, are these three Knowles comedians?
Based on that roll, I can't tell how much of that is supposed to be correct or not.
Yeah, I'll sit and stew on this, but now I'm starting to think we're in the staff lineup.
Are you all performing?
The three Knowles turn and look at you. Here we go. Wait, what kind of look are you giving them when you... Oh, wait, you're dressed up as a bodyguard, right?
Yeah.
They look at you, and they're like, yeah, you here for the show?
Yeah, I have some exclusive talent here.
Finn pops out from behind you. Hi! They all look at Finn. Finn's gonna need to make a charisma roll here to see how they feel about her. 22.
+4.
26. They look at her and they're like immediately super impressed. Whoa. You're not a comedian, are you? No, I'm a magician. It's like a comedian, but better. They all laugh. She's pretty cool. Whoa. She kind of looks like Lyria. Did you notice that? Yeah, a little bit. But she's way, way cuter. Yeah, I wish she was Lyria instead of Lyria. Yeah, Lyria sucks. Her violin playing sucks, too. And her caveman boyfriend really sucks. He's so dumb.
Ronnie grinds their teeth a little bit.
I've been thinking about this, like, new material about why Scorch is, like, so stupid. Yeah, he's stupid.
If you'll excuse us, she needs to do some tech checks before a bit of a complicated show. They start trying to sort of, like, go forward, like, bringing Finn along.
Make a deception check there. This isn't a high stakes one, but it's just, I just want to see
Affinity
how this goes
helping?
Help action from Finn.
Yeah. Affinity
I feel
is
like
helping.
Finn would have been carrying that deception if Finn wasn't just having a conversation with herself.
Yeah, if she wasn't actually just like not
Great,
okay.
excellent.
They all look at you.
Wait, but help.
Checks.
+4. Oh,
Man.
help.
Would we? Affinity's helping, right? You just
11.
said.
Yeah, okay, that's
Oh my
much better.
God.
So 8. Let's go with 8 then instead of your 11, right?
Well,
They don't believe you.
perfect.
They just think you're weird. They think maybe they think affinity is the real deal, but they think you're like a noob or something, and they start shit talking you as you guys back away for a second.
No, I look helplessly at Finn.
You guys move back to the fork in the cave so you can get a little space from them. Yeah, there's still the path to the right, or you can continue to wait in line or interact with those guys more, but you also have a second to chat amongst yourselves if you want to.
I mean,
Sorry.
it probably wouldn't go super far, right? We can check it out if you'd like. Nothing lost. We can just come back afterwards.
Yeah, this seems like the employee entrance. They're also performers.
Everybody else, upon hearing that, make a wisdom save.
Woo!
Big Kev is on it today.
Big Kev, you know from at this moment, Oz, you feel the space worm's presence in your brain. And it winks at you and shoots your mind with a laser and says, "Don't forget, open mic performers are often sad and lonely people. They don't get paid by the venue at all. They're just there for the love of the game, or what little they have to do in their day-to-day lives." And he winks at you and then disappears.
Damn,
Did
dude.
anyone else hear that?
What?
You're what?
Never mind.
I think I can kind of hear the ocean from here.
Ronnie's ears are perked up in the hat again and twitching as the waves crash. That rabbit thinks they're so tough. Yeah, totally.
So the disguise is working.
Ronnie smiles
Nailed
smirkily. Rabbits make the worst bodyguards, yeah. All right, guys, what do you want to do?
Rabbit, Ronnie is offended.
Hey, they're open micers. They're just trying to find stereotypes about groups that they can use in their act.
Just remember to punch down, not up. Or
Yeah.
punch up, not down.
There is no down when you're an open micer. You can only punch laterally or up.
Man. In the Under Tavern, the only way where to punch is up. Did we investigate this other tunnel?
You have not yet. No.
Okay, I think Ronnie's still feeling a little sheepish about how poorly their lie went. It's just going to sort of like wander down the tunnel.
Okay,
Ronnie, check out
Ronnie,
what's over here.
as you approach what looks to be a pile of refuse and like empty crates, some of them beat up and battered, just a lot of like junk, it leads out into a cavern with some teeth. Basically, it's got stalagmites and stalactites, or stalactites and stalagmites, interweaving, creating some sort of like lattice windows, so you can sort of see outside through the teeth on this cave wall to your right. And then to your left, you see a hunched over figure. It looks like digging through the trash and refuse out there. It lurched over in the god rays of the sunlight streaming through the cave teeth. You see what looks to be a formidable figure hunched over, digging through this trash.
How far am I from everyone?
I think you walked like 10 feet away or so. And it's about 15 feet in front of you.
I was like, hello, friend.
The person's head pops out of a trash bin. Their mouth is half full of a submarine sandwich that it looks like they had pilfered from this pile of trash. It is Tuck.
Buddy.
Ronnie, you good? What you do here?
Just trying to go see the show. I heard your girlfriend.
Oh, you want to see girlfriend's show, huh? He starts elbowing you
Yeah.
in the ribs, suggestively.
Yeah.
Ha! But how you get in, though, huh?
I don't know. How do you get in?
Oh, me VIP.
Can you get us in?
Oh, me see what me can do. He cracks his knuckles. He reaches into the trash and gets a very dirty napkin from the trash and wipes his mouth with it, and then straightens his beard as if he's straightening a tie. Slicks his hair back with garbage grease and struts forward towards the other cave. He tips an imaginary hat at the rest of you as he passes.
Ronnie follows and shrugs at them.
They're not selling subs, they're throwing them away. In this timeline, submarine sandwiches are considered failed sandwiches. So you only make them by accident when you're trying to make spaghetti. So if you make a submarine sandwich, you just toss it.
Yeah.
It's like a
That
skip sandwich in Earthbound. So Tuck struts into the darkened cave. As he walks in, the gnolls turn and look, and they go, "Oh shit, it's Tuck!" And they all back against the wall to make a path for him. He goes up and he leans against the door and gives it up. A little eye slit opens up and says, "Hey, no knocking. You know the..." "Oh, Tuck, it's you. Come on in." Wait 1 minute, good man. Me friends here. Come to see lovely girlfriend show." All right. Hang on 1 sec. You hear the guy opening the door, and he lets you into what looks like a bustling, lively tavern. The door is open wide in the torchlight from the inside. You see Tuck smiling, grinning proudly, being the keeper of the keys for this establishment, so to speak. He bows to you guys, and as if to say, "Entrez-vous, s'il vous plaît."
I guess Ronnie goes in, trying to block a little path for Finn.
Finn raises her nose and acts like she's wearing a mink stole as she walks in, hoping she can set the stage for everyone to think she's someone important as she goes in. Do the rest of you follow inside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It follows in muttering about making Big Cat white.
The gnolls behind you look odd. One of them goes, "Hey, what about us?" The guy at the door, who you now see is a big orc gentleman, is like, "It'll be a few more minutes for you guys." "Hey, wait, that's not fair." And you don't hear the rest of it as they shut the door on them and lock it. Right now we are going to a new map.
Oh boy.
New map.
This map is kind of wild.
Delightful that they're still making them wait outside when there is so much space in here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's no reason for them to be waiting outside besides that they just do not like them. Okay, so you guys are sort of like in this tunnel area here leading in to the main entrance. This is more really like you guys just made it in through here. As you guys are passing through the threshold, Finn is going to see something that reminds her of something that she saw once before. She is going to make a intelligence save. 19. As Finn's going by the doorway, she sees a bunch of symbols etched into the door frame. 23. But it would have gotten 19 is enough. She sees a bunch of symbols notched into the door frame all around. This immediately makes her think of her own home at the casino, where there were also symbols etched in the door frame. And one familiar one that she also remembered from the tavern underneath the statue on the island you guys were previously on when you were shipwrecked. A cloud mixed with a lightning bolt coming through it. It hits her suddenly that this has to be some sort of sign of a secret organization that is operating in all these places, meaning that this secret organization has some ties to her family as well. She chalks this away for later, but not sure what to make of it quite yet. She does not speak further on it to you guys. As you guys make your way into the tavern, don't we have a tavern playlist, Oddish? I think we do.
It's on right now.
This is it? Oh, it's so epic.
Yeah.
So that's my bad. This feels more like map music to me, right? As you guys walk in, you are immediately greeted by Tonka, who slowly waddles up to you guys and starts licking Tuck and starts licking Oz too. The place is super lively. It almost feels more homey and laid back than the Seafair Bazaar, which is more of a bustling marketplace, sort of like eating at the food court at a mall, whereas this seems like the place where people actually hang out. It's been a well-kept secret from you guys this whole time. In the center of the room, you see what look to be some tough customers over there. You imagine that this central area is probably where the fights are conducted. Back here, it looks like there is, at the north of the map, it looks like there is a bartender with a hipster bartender, some sort of elvish guy with a mustache back there. There's also, scattered around the room, you do see some elements of local thugs who look like they may or may not be Firebeards. They're definitely the sort. You can sort of pick them out right now. In the top right corner, you spot what looks to be a back room. And you also see, standing over in the center, making some decorations and adjusting for the open mic performance, you see Tuck's girlfriend. Tuck is walking over and he gives her a big smooch, and they start shooting the shit, and he points over at you guys. Lyria comes over and is going to introduce herself formally this time. She comes over and... Oh, wait, let me show you what she looks like in case you haven't seen her yet. She looks like this. That's her playing the violin right there. So she comes over and she just starts gushing to you guys, thanking you profusely about coming to see her performance. She didn't even know that Tuck invited you. And she turns to Tuck and he's like, yep. Be smart and thoughtful. Good boyfriend.
I'm getting such Derek from Good Place energy.
She says that the show will start in a few minutes, maybe 20 minutes, and she's gonna keep getting ready and working on her act, but yeah, if you guys need anything, just let her know. And she goes back.
Ben, do you?
Yeah, I'll
I
take
never
care
know
of
when
it,
you
Ronnie.
actually want to. Okay.
She
Okay.
goes over and starts talking to her tiefling sister from another mister. The rest of you are free to explore as you see fit. From what you can tell, it looks like there is indeed some sort of fight club in the center of the room. The open mic takes place in the top right of it. And it also looks like there are some guys over here who seem to be having some sort of chugging drinking contest at present. Those are the main things going on right now. But there are people all over the room should you wish to talk to anybody Your main objective here, as you've set it out to be, is to try to see if there is any resistance movement and if you guys are able to make any new allies here and get the lay of the land of this place you've never been to before.
Maybe it's worth waiting for the Gnolls to do their comedy routine. They were talking about, like, shit-talking Scorch, right? We can see if the response to that is good or bad, and that, you know, kind of tells us how people in this tavern lean.
The fact that they're on the other side of this door right now makes me a little hesitant to... I don't know if it will be happening.
That's a good point, too.
I don't know how far the routine will get with big head gestures towards the firebeards at the table, those guys here.
Yeah, last time comedy routine like that got interrupted by a cannon.
Yep.
Should we try to blend in, hold some drinks, and maybe just hear what people are talking about?
Yeah, that's... Can I just do a quick vibe check? Like...
Yeah, what's your vibe modifier?
Charisma?
Are you proficient in vibe?
I feel like Wayland should be proficient in vibe, but I don't know, that's just...
I think he would be. I think because it's got to be Riz, right?
Ronnie is deeply not proficient. Ronnie has negative proficiency in vibe.
Oh, yeah.
So, should I do like a charisma investigation check to...
Well, what are you looking for? What are you looking for here?
I don't know, I'm trying to get a lay of the land. Who seems like they don't want any outsiders talking to them? Who's kind of tipsy? I know there's the drinking contest in the corner, but I'm just trying to feel out a vibe, see if there's like an opening for random strangers to walk up and start a conversation.
Okay. I thought I had an orc token. I wanted to make the bouncer guy. Whatever. No. Yeah. It's not even on the right level here. You guys see this guy? It's gonna be under.
Yeah, I see him.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. He'll be the doorman, just for the purposes of having a token for them. Everyone else should be accounted for. Okay, so give me an investigation check. You're gonna spend 5 minutes just scoping out the room, seeing if there's any inroads while you're shooting the shit. +4,
Yeah.
21. Okay. It seems like the Firebeards are congregating on the left side of the room. There seems to be some guys that seem familiar over there, and these guys over here are almost using this big dining room table as a, this is Firebeard territory. This strikes you as odd because you thought the Under Tavern would be a little bit free from his rule, but the fact that there is such a presence here makes you think of one of two things. Either the presence was increased because of your interactions with Scorch previously that you learned of, or they always maintain a presence here as a threat to say rebellion will not be tolerated. So this makes you think you might have to be extra discreet even when in this circumstance. So you add that, you stock that away for now. You do notice in the back of the room here that they seem to be guarding a large chest. It doesn't look like a treasure chest. It just looks like a large cargo trunk. But you're not sure if that's like a supply of weapons or gold or what. Could be just some prime reserve ale, but there's no indication from this distance what that thing is. These guys are just shooting the shit and getting loaded. Maybe they're not on the clock, unclear, but they seem like a cross between Firebeards and regulars. These guys all seem pretty serious, completely sober, and like they are the just based on stature and toughness, these look like they are the main fighters here. If you had to guess, you would guess this sort of stout, short, but muscular Dragonborn is Big Kev. These other two, there's a Kenku and an Eladrin, I believe. But you're not sure what their deal is, besides the fact that they look like mercenaries or pit fighters. Tuck and Tonka seem to be posting up over here and asking you guys to join them. All around the room, there are just townies drinking. They're represented by these tokens here. So if you see this guy all over the map, he's just a townie who represents generic town goers. 3 such townies are over here. They look like they are fishermen or regulars or just older guys who go there all the time. They don't look like they are merc types, although there is a merc type sitting with them. It looks like a hobgoblin. Over here, it looks like there is a bartender who looks like maybe the slickest customer besides yourself, Way. Way, when you see this guy, give a special insight to him from this distance. High DC, but let's see if you can pick up anything on him. He immediately pings you mentally as something to think about. You don't know. What scares you is he seems kind of impenetrable. Maybe you'd need to talk to him to get a better read on him, but there's something about his cool, implacable demeanor that makes him seem impenetrable. Like, there's most people you can get a quick read on, not him. That makes him both formidable and interesting to you. This room back here, it seems like there is sort of a loose saloon door thing back there, which makes it seem like it's probably towards the kitchen. But the fact that it's so wide suggests that this building goes on a bit, which also makes you interesting. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of townies sitting around. There looks like a bard over here constructing songs. Otherwise, there is not much that jumps out to you.
Yeah, I'll tell the party to go join Tuck, and I'll go grab drinks.
Do we all
Okay.
want to group together? Do we want to make it look like we know each other? Is that cool now?
I don't know, but I'm worried Tuck is going to blow our cover if we don't chat with him a little bit.
That's a fair enough point.
Maybe Ronnie will nod and be like, and go with you over to get drinks, and then peel off from you to Tuck, so that you can maybe have a little more space to do whatever else you want to do.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'll start maneuvering towards the bar.
Can I try to get a read on the fighters as I go past? Like, not start shit, not being weird, just like trying to
insight check them.
As much as I can. Yeah.
Okay. Give me quick insights. And you can be hanging with Way to get that bonus as you pass.
Insight.
Boing, boing, boing.
Wow.
They look pretty weak. You could take them.
Ronnie nods satisfied to them. Great. Well, can't get too bad in here, I guess.
Way, as you approach this guy over here, I need you to make a dex save.
Dex.
Okay, you easily dodge out of the way as he leans back, laughing so hard and almost collides into you. Oh, hey, sorry there, pal. Sorry, we're just doing a little drinking game. You want to join?
It's a drink of choice, gentlemen.
Hey, whatever's cheapest. They all cheer. The bartender seems to make a face, but again, it's imperceivable. It seems like, from what you can tell, they're drinking the cheapest beer available. This like kind of lousy dwarven ale.
Fuck it, I'll do a round with you.
Hey! All right. He wants to drink a whole round of beers. Okay. Let's each get ourselves a round. You're starting to understand that they may have misunderstood what you meant, or you misunderstood the rules of their game. Each of them orders 4 beers for themselves. The bartender shrugs and puts 4 beers in front of you and raises an eyebrow ever so slightly to you.
I'm gonna like watch them for a second and see how they're going, and then I'll follow suit.
All right, on the count of 3, you each drink them as fast as you can. 1, 2. How are you gonna approach this way?
Yeah, I don't wanna... I'm like half-assing the competition. I'll drink the beers. I won't necessarily like go to be the fastest, but I don't want to be the last person.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. So the way this is gonna work is you're going to do a straight constitution roll and then 3 constitution saves, and you can do them all now.
All right. Constitution. Throw.
Okay. So you are a little bit slower than the rest of them on that first one. It's not good tasting at all. As you start to get through, you manage to pound the second one pretty fast. You're not in last place immediately, but you are in direct competition with the guy in first and second. The guy who is last at the end of the row, he sort of snorts laughing at your blanching and accidentally spews some of his beer on the table. The bartender's like, "Hey, we talked about this, man." He's out. That means you are at least in 3rd place right now. Let me get the bargoers sheet up so I can do a few saves for them. Okay, this will be for... I'm just gonna make 3 saves for each of them to see how they do. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that first guy, as soon as the first guy spews, he also spews, spraying on the bartender a little bit. God damn it. You guys, I told you can't do this here if you're gonna be like this. Meanwhile, his friend easily obliterates you. He comes in first. Way, you come in second. But this guy in the middle manages to best you. Hey, that was pretty good for your first time. Yeah, the others go over and congratulate while the bartender wipes up the counter again. This hobgoblin over here starts chuckling. Yeah, what are you laughing at, man? You don't even do the drinking contest. Nah, but it's fun to watch you get upset. Nah, I should kick you out, man.
Can I redo my insight to... Now that I've like heard him like interact with people, am I getting a better read on him?
Yeah, do an insight check on him. Oh! You recognize this is the perfect time, natural 20, to do an insight check on him, because he seems to be getting into it with the regulars, letting his guard down a little bit. And you recognize that this guy has a powerful magical ability that he has not activated quite yet. But he seems to be more than he is letting on. He's probably... If there's any sort of seedy business going on in here, he's probably part of it, if not in charge of it. You're lucky to be able to get some sort of insight on him now, because he seems like he has some sort of deflector shield he can throw up to try to keep people out of his head. But right now, you manage to weasel in just before he makes eyes on you, and you lose connection with him for a second. Try to maintain your cover.
I make a note of that, and I try to like elbow Fabian to see if that gets his attention or curiosity at all.
Fabian's asleep.
Of course, yes.
He's wearing a long sleeping cat and all tucked into bed. Hmm.
Or post bed, just like night before, or what is it?
Yeah, Scrooge.
Or Christmas Carol. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, thank you. But yeah, outwardly, I'm like shooting the shit with these guys, like we're buddies now.
Okay, make a.
And when I say these guys, these three.
Yeah. While you're talking about the drinking contest with those guys, make a charisma check just to see how you get on with them. Okay,
Oof.
these guys are so much rough and tumble fishermen and like old salts. They're about 30 years your senior, and they are just sort of grizzled and have their own parlance from coming here all the time. They immediately make up some in-joke about you and call you Swabby. So you're not sure what this means. It seems to be a reference to one of their old colleagues or something like that, but they refer to you as Swabby exclusively as a result of this exchange. You don't feel like you've gotten into their in crowd yet. You feel like you are their new pet.
Noted. Yeah, at this point then I will grab the 4 I'll order the 4 beers from the bartender and then I'll start oh wait, no, 5?
1, 2, well, not for Tonka. 2,
Yeah, no.
3,
Tonka's underage.
4, 5. I guess 5, not counting Oz. Oz doesn't drink, right? But counting Tuck.
Yeah.
Well, Big Kev is not at the table with them.
Right, Big Kev is still near the door.
Big Kev is slowly making his way through somewhere.
Yeah, you want to say what you're doing, Oz?
Big Kev with his bad knees is slowly making his way to, sort of the center of whatever that circle thing is.
Are you trying to get the other Big Kev's attention?
He's not like straight up walking and going high. He's just kind of making his way over that way.
Moseying.
Yeah, as fast as his little legs can go, which is not fast.
These guys at this table turn and listen as your knees pop. Jeez, that's loud.
Big Kev's been walking a long time to get here.
Everyone, these two guys are starting to think about Tonka in their head, and he's become a regular sight for them since Tuck started coming here. He walks just like that dinosaur. His tail even moves the same. Wait, is that a real tail or is that a costume? As you approach the center of the room, you see some bystanders milling about, shooting the shit, drinking their beers. These 3 individuals immediately eye you and sort of come together to get a closer look at you. To your left, you see what looks to be a Kenku, and he sort of is dressed in what looks to be bounty hunter's attire. He does not make a sound as you approach, but he does sort of nod to you in a sort of Kenku to Kenku acknowledgement. There's a woman who seems to be staring at you unblinkingly. She's not my bad. She's an Air Genasi. She's not an Eladrin. She's an Air Genasi. She looks to be like some kind of monk, but she seems to be conjuring up some sort of elemental air magic as a show of her power, while also making unblinking eye contact with you. And wait, I forgot another token. Here we go. This person comes over from the bar, looking to be like some kind of that is the Eladrin. They are a fighter, and they come over and join the others with a few drinks. Suddenly, this little dragonborn comes up to you, immediately sizing you up and giving you a very suspicious glance. Hey, who do you think you are?
Nonchalantly, bigger Kev looks over, just kind of nods like, afternoon.
Hey, wait a minute. Are you dressed up to look like me? Some of the others start snickering. Looks like you got yourself a fan there, Kev.
I'm dressed up looking for my lost brother. If you don't mind, I've been walking a long time.
make a let's see, I guess this is deception. Yeah, make a deception roll. You're out of Way's range. Brother, huh? That's real funny. Look, you're not supposed to come in here and impersonate me. You know who I am? You know who I am?
No, actually, I have no idea who you are.
Ha!
Just got into town recently.
He takes down his cloak, revealing his full dragonborn face. I'm Big Kev, the toughest fighter in all these parts. The other fighters groan. A few of them throw some paper balls at him. Hey, it's true, and you all know it. I'm the toughest. So don't you be making fun of me with your silly little outfit, kid. He sort of like shoves you away. Make a constitution. Actually, make a strength save. Oz, you fall on your butt over here. The others laugh. Looks like he's not as tough as the real Kev.
Bigger Kev is going to act like that was on purpose out of being stunned. Say Big Kev?
Yeah, of course I said Big Kev. Everybody here knows Big Kev. Oh, these guys over at the bar all cheer at mention of his name, and then mostly because they're using it as any excuse to keep drinking. Yeah, that's right. Big Kev.
Like the Big Kev that's been in here in the fighting ring.
Yeah.
Bigger Kev gets up and just kind of walks over, tries to grab his hand. Brother, I've been searching for you for so long.
His eyes widen. What? make a deception check.
Yeah.
19. He's trying to pull his hand away, but he looks you in the eyes and he sees the complete sincerity in them. Brother, but I was separated from my mother and father when I was born. Sold. People thought I was a real dragon, and I turned out to be a dragonborn, and then they got rid of me. I've never known my family. How could you be my brother?
It was just me and Mother for so long. She never said anything, they stole her tongue, but found a picture. I had another brother. I knew I had to find you.
What?
Been walking for so long, I've ruined my knees.
They stole Mother's tongue, but you must be my brother. He reaches into his pocket and where he's got a jar, and he pulls out what looks to be a dried dragonborn tongue. I have Father's tongue here. It's been my one keepsake from our youth. Oh, brother! he embraces you.
Big Kev goes for a hug back. The tears are not fake.
Hey, everyone! It's my brother! It's my brother! What's your name?
Mother named me Kevin because she missed you so much. I could never be the same son that you were, though.
We're both Kev! We're both Kev! Drinks on Big Kev tonight! For this group only. I'm not rich! He buys everyone around who's in this little fighter's pit. The others come over. This Kenku comes over and eyes you warily, but gives you a gentle pat on the back anyway. They all begin singing a fighter's song about doing bloodshed. They hand you a beer, Oz. Do you drink it?
Oz holds it up to the plush snout of his disguise and just lets it absorb it.
The head begins to droop because it's covered in beer. Oh no, he's a lightweight. Yeah, just like his brother. Hey, shut up, you guys. I'm the toughest. They start teaching you a fun drinking song. As this is going on, Lyria is going to project a spell that allows you to sound a bit louder. And is going to be like, all right, everybody, the open mic is starting, so please put your name on the list if you haven't already. Finn turns to you, Cal, and winks.
Is that a signal? Do we have a plan? What's going on?
Oh boy, she rolls her eyes. Is Wei getting back with that beer soon? Meanwhile, Wei is not getting back with that beer.
Wei is looking over the artisanal hipster beer menu, checking out the ABVs. This is really nice quality, you know. I was expecting a little bit more, you know, like whatever's on tap, but you got a tap.
Mm-hmm. Anything else I can get you?
Yeah, I'll just do these four in the middle. The name sounds nice.
He gets you 4 beers.
Thanks, man. I'll flip him like what, like a 2 silver tip?
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, that's gonna cost you what? 4 silvers, 2 silvers, 6 silver total.
Plus the tip?
No, total.
Okay. Alright, yeah.
Okay. So, are you gonna take those back over to the table?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Ronnie, what are you doing? Are you watching Big Kev?
Yeah, Ronnie had like taken an alarmed couple steps forward when Oz got knocked over, and then tried to like, just skin around to like play it off that they were not like going to go over there. Just like, nope, just beer, just walk in.
Yeah, they're all telling stories about Big Kev to other Big Kev right now. It's worth noting that neither Big Kev is very tall. At this point, Lyria is gonna start the open mic, and she starts opens it up by trying to do some stand-up comedy. It's only vaguely successful and a little bit awkward. Everyone's staring at her. None of her jokes are really landing, and she's just sort of like clearing her throat awkwardly. So anyone here from Jarek Spawn? A few people cough. Yeah, I've heard, yeah, it's like really hard to get out of debt in Jarek Spawn. Everyone grumbles. It's like they want you here dead or alive, right? So why don't we bring up our first performer? Tuck stands up and goes toward the center of the room. Me take it from here. Slowly but surely, everyone watches as Tonka makes his way towards Tuck. Okay, and now here he is, the love of my life, my boyfriend Tuck. She kisses him on the cheek. Love of her life? Wow, that good. He sort of looks dreamily for a second. He takes a deep breath and Tonka plops down on his belly. And then Tuck begins, like a Blue Man Group member, magically playing Tonka's back scales as if they were a percussive drum. Boom, 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 boom. Everyone in the crowd starts slowly clapping along. Oh, is he doing the dino thing? I love that. Boom, 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 boom. All of the fighters begin swaying back and forth. One of them produces flame to hold up like a lighter. After a few minutes of this, Tuck bows rather abruptly as Tonka starts to walk away. Him get too hungry to do anymore. Bye-bye. He walks over to the table. Wow, that was really great, right? Finn turns to Tuck. That was actually pretty okay. I'm impressed. You had your chance. Me already got Tiefling now. What? It's not what I... Never mind. At this point, she's going to bring up Finn to perform.
Can I give Finn guidance real quick before she goes up?
Sure. You can give her guidance. And now here is my new friend, Affinity, and she is going to perform some magic for you all. What kind of magic are you going to do, Affinity? Oh, all kinds. Don't you worry. At this point, Finn is going to pull out her magic wand and is going to say, all right, I'm seeing a lot of sour faces here in the crowd tonight. Who here's had a rough week? One of these pirates, the guy who spewed first, raises his hand. All right, well, it looks like you could use a little bit of love. And she waves her wand in the air and it creates a giant spark, sort of in the similar fashion to a sparkler or the hearts that she uses during bardic inspiration. And she's going to make the heart fly forward and land on his cheek. She's going to do a performance roll for this. It flies forward and goes past him and hits his friend behind him. Oops! Uh-oh. Looks like you've got a stolen heart there, friend. Some people chuckle lightly. And for my next trick, pick a card. Any card. She comes over to Lyria. Lyria gingerly takes a card. All right, now no one tell me what card that is. Just hold it up to your forehead. Lyria shrugs and holds the card up to her forehead. Now, let's see here. Is it a two of clubs? Lyria shakes her head no. Is it a jack of hearts? Lyria shakes her head. Oh, screw it. I hate card games anyway. She snaps her fingers and the card on Lyria's head begins to catch flame. Lyria looks shocked and pulls it away. Ah! What the... You're lucky I'm fire resistant. I knew I could count on you for that. People start to applaud. A few of the firebeards are starting to look at each other, though, and are getting a little bit annoyed.
You have guidance?
I don't need guidance, Kel. I can hear you. I mean, oops. What's your character's name, Kel? A few of the firebeards start looking at each other even more suspiciously.
My name's Canyolo. I'm a smuggler, and don't you get it wrong.
Right, Canyolo. Sorry, you look a lot like my friend Kel, but you're not him. You're different. Everyone agrees that this is a very believable lie. She got a 19 on it. The firebeards look sated. No, it's just Canyolo. I thought it was that other guy. Way, let's see. Way, what is your passive perception? 17. Okay. What? I'm gonna roll a d20. Way, out of the corner of your eye, from this chest over here, you see something. It looks like the chest is moving.
By itself, or someone is messing with it?
You're not sure. It just looks like it's rumbling. But then it stops. Finn comes over and is like, hey, pay attention. I'm still performing. Okay, and now here's for my big finale. Who here likes cannons? Everyone looks around, kind of confused by this question. Well, I've got a cannon of my own. And she pulls out a toy cannon from her bag. Now, we all know what cannons do, right? Blow up. They blow up stuff. That's right, Tuck. Very good. I can see why she likes you. Lyria stands over by him like, don't you come for my man. No, that's not what I... All right. Now, there's one thing. A normal cannon hurts people, but this cannon is very special because it only brings laughter and joy. Some of the guys over here begin to get concerned about this. Don't worry. Right now, we're going to fill this whole room with the explosion of love. She pulls a string on the a cannon, and as she pulls the string, the cannon makes a little puff of smoke, and she's like, huh, that's funny. That's not how that's supposed to go. She knocks on it on the side a little bit, and then an earth-shaking rumble fills the room, and suddenly magical pink confetti begins to fall from the ceilings all over everyone. Whoa! Boy, that went off a lot differently than I expected, but hopefully you still loved it. Bye, everybody. That's Affinity Amberfield. Call me. A few people give some riotous applause. Most people give a little timid. Oh, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. What do you expect from an open mic, though, right? She comes back feeling pretty good about herself. Okay, those first couple tricks didn't go the way I wanted, but that last one left him with a bang. She turns away smugly.
You made him look all natural. And then I hand her mug of beer and I like toast it.
She clinks her drink back with you and takes a swig. On that note, we are going to take our break because it just got after 10. So we will be back. Let's say we'll be back at 10 after the hour. Put your ones in the chat when you are back. And for now, we will go right to our starting soon screen. Okay, we are back. We are back. All right. So at this point, Lyria is going to go up and start performing. Let's see how she does. She's like, I'm going to put, I'm going to perform a song for you all now that I wrote. It's an original piece about my love for my boyfriend, Tuck, who changed my world. I love you, baby! Okay.
Tuck does not respond.
He's too busy crying. She proceeds to play for approximately 8 minutes of the most horrendous violin screeching anyone's ever heard. It goes on. Everyone's clogging their ears. It looks like some people had brought earplugs specifically for this because they knew it was coming. Everyone is horrified, especially Tonka, except for Tuck, who stares on, listening to it with hearts in his eyes, weeping for joy at the beautiful screeching. Like birds of forest, like ostrich being hit by rock. Beautiful. Finn is trying her hardest to not betray the problem of being in the front row, how awful it is, as Lyria smiles at her for, affirmation. After about 8 minutes, she stops and takes a bow. People take their earplugs out and gives scattered applause. She comes over. How was it? Did everyone love it?
I've never heard anything like that in my life.
Make a deception check.
It's the truth, though.
I've never heard anything like it in my life. I don't know. Is it the truth? You've seen a lot of bad performances in your day, Way.
Has a 15.
She's like, I know, right? Finn's going to try her hands at a compliment. You looked so good up there. Even this is a lie. 25. Thank you.
Nice.
That means a lot coming from you. True performers can tell each other, right? Finn's like, mm-hmm.
How long have you been playing for?
She turns to Kel. How could you say that? She runs away
What?
crying.
Wait, what?
Kel, need learn way with women. Ugh.
But okay.
Tuck runs over to console her. Finn turns to you, Kel. How long have you been playing for? Wow, as if she's just some rube. That was rude, Kel.
I'm
kind of
trying
impressed.
to show interest.
Tonka puts his feet up on the table and gives you a look of disappointment, then begins drinking your beer.
Oh, man.
All this is happening while you still look like some gruff Firebeard guy. Or not Firebeard guy, but pirate guy.
So, while Finn was up there, the chest moved.
She slaps you. How dare you?
No! The Firebeard chest, in the opposite direction.
She looks behind you. That big chest over there?
You said it, not me.
Like, could you say which over here?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, I'll have, subtly gestured with my tankard, so the rest of the party could see where the hell I was going.
Ronnie, are you joining them, or are you still splitting time between the two groups?
I think Ronnie, especially during Finn's show, was maybe just trying to sort of wander like they're holding their beer and just like wander around trying to like sort of listen and in on anything interesting, and just maybe sort of have ended up sort of like perched here like on
Sure.
this chest or whatever, like just trying to sort of listen in on the firebeard table, but just like sort of as though they're just needing to have a minute to themselves kind of
Okay.
thing.
Make a general investigation check while you're nonchalantly moving around.
Can I give myself guidance?
Yeah. Okay, guidance is +4 or plus D4? Yeah, +4.
It's
Nice.
+4.
Guidance is just like having way nearby, really. Okay, with an 18, you're mostly meandering like in this general area here, right?
Yeah.
As you're moving this way, you do see that the fighters are all getting drunker as Oz tries to stay, sober and focused on whatever's going on. But they do seem to love him, but they're getting sloppy drunk at this point. As you make your way over to the table where the firebeards are, you're able, with your back to them and your ears pointed towards them, you're able to pick up bits and pieces of what they're saying. You definitely hear, yeah, that's them all right. But we still gotta wait for the signal.
That sounds possibly like us. Do they seem? Can I kind of tell if they're looking at our table? If they're like are they also clocking Ronnie, or does it seem like maybe they're talking about, these guys who are just making enemies left and right?
Give me an insight check. You've been trying to not clock them directly. You've been trying to listen as best you can, because it's easier to point your body towards Finn while you're trying to eavesdrop. But
Yeah.
with that insight check, you're not 100% sure. Although a part of you is like, who else could it be, right? So you don't have confirmation, but you have suspicion.
I'm just gonna sort of like stay leaning here, try to like, do that thing where I roll my neck a bunch as though I'm just trying to like get the
kinks out,
relax my neck, but like so that I can keep a little bit of an eye on them.
Sure.
As casually as I can, and I'm gonna try to use the friendship tattoo again.
Okay, Arcana check. 16. For once, you're actually able to make it through. You realize now what the problem was. You were concentrating a bit too hard. It takes a light touch, like trying to thread a needle. But once you found the access point, you're able to reach them pretty clearly.
Not sure 100% if it's us, but just heads on a swivel. The firebeard table is waiting for a signal to move on someone.
Everyone in your group compulsively looks over at the firebeard table. who all compulsively look at their beverages at the same time.
I think really quickly, be cool.
Everyone looks around nonchalantly, even Tonka. Cal, did you leave Domino back at the inn?
Yeah.
Okay,
No
gotcha.
Domino here.
Gotcha. Just double check.
If we, to everybody here at the table, if we split up, we can see who they've made.
Finn is going to ignore that briefly and is going to try to roll an Arcana check. She does, in a very clear, precise, like perfectly executed transmission on this thing. Ronnie, you're going to hear directly to you and you alone. Are they saying anything about my performance?
Can Ronnie try to respond? Static noises.
Yes. Yes, roll an Arcana check to just do static noises. Yeah, you deliver a. Finn out loud says,
All
"Damn
right,
it!
I'm
This
in
thing
a
is
tunnel.
useless." After a few moments, Tuck comes back over, looking at Kel with like a disappointed look. Uh, Lyria is going to take the stage, and it's like, oh, and now, we have a special performance by a bard. Please bring up Slither Song. A bard comes up, and takes the stage, and begins to serenade the chorus with a bunch of original melodies that are semi-charming, but, you know, kind of generic at the same time. A lot of musings on exes past and songs about the beauty of nature and that sort of thing. Nothing too special, but good background music.
While he starts performing, I'm going to get drinks and separate myself and see if I can kind of hear over the table at the Firebeards.
All the way across the room.
Yeah, just kind of like periphery. Do they notice me getting up? Who are they paying attention to?
Right now, it seems like they are keeping to themselves almost intentionally so. It almost feels like a little bit stilted. It seems like when everyone looked over at them and they looked down, now they're trying to be very clandestine. Not really talking much at all. Bartender's gonna lower his glasses and look at you. Can I help you with anything?
Yeah. Do you have a house special?
He looks
Or
at
actually,
you.
wait.
Okay, go ahead.
Instead of saying that, can I try like some kind of thieves' cant?
Sure. What do you want to communicate to him?
Yeah, we can say like I verbally say like, what's the house special? But what I'm asking is like, are you on the in? Are you in the know? Are you like trying to
Suss out a secret catchphrase if there is one while using Thieves' Cant as cover?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, make a... because of your proficiency with Thieves' Cant, you are able to communicate this idea and its dual meaning very clearly. However, I will need you to roll a persuasion roll to see how this goes. 25 plus 4, 29. He looks at you. What's that?
+4 is only for saving throws.
Oh,
this
for
is still
saves,
just a
my
25.
bad. Okay, 25. Still a great roll. You ask him if he's in the know, and in such a way as it sounds to other people listening, like you're just asking for if he has a house blend wine or something like that, but you're like, what's the house special? And you say it in such a way in Thieves' Cant that he turns and looks at you, almost dropping his guard for a second. And then, in immediate response, I need you to make a wisdom save, please.
Wizzy.
Okay, as you, this all happens in a fraction of a second, but you feel a slight trembling, rippling, move out for him, almost like a microscopic quantum realm drop of a rock into a pond. The shape of the weave changes. A minor cosmic level thunder wave comes out of him, and it seems like he has just set up an aura around himself. Are you hungry or are you thirsty? he responds.
Do I need to roll? I just say thirsty.
He sniffs, and he pours you what looks to be an army boot full of wine. That'll be a G.
I pay him too.
He moves away from you.
Can I insight that?
Yes, you can. He's disappointed. Seemingly by your response.
And what if I'm hungry too?
He takes a deep breath. Well, if you wanted to read the menu, you should have just say so.
Fair enough.
Kitchen's about to close. He looks at you, unblinking. Insight check this, please.
Thank you.
Nice.
He is about to do something, and you need to pay very close attention to what he's about to do.
All eyes on him, yeah.
He goes to this wall. He picks up a menu that seems like it is slightly set aside from the others. Not so set aside that anyone would notice. It's just there are 4 stacked vertically, and then there's one stacked on its side behind a pot. He picks up the one that is separate from the others. And he turns it around in a particular way, and he sets it down, and he pushes it towards you.
Yeah, I'll look at the menu.
He makes another almost imperceptible expression, and then walks away.
Should I insight that too?
You can.
Alright.
You're not sure. You're too excited to see what's in the menu.
Is this menu, does it look different from what I would see on a menu?
What you notice about this menu is that it is folded like a book so that you can open it.
Alright. I open the menu.
As you open it, a piece of paper falls to the ground in front of you, or rather, it starts to fall out of the menu as you open it. Make a dexterity save. With your high roll of 29, right? You managed to push the piece of paper back into the menu without it falling much at all or anyone noticing. You feel compelled to go back to someplace discreet to look at it.
Can I? Oh, no, I can't. I wouldn't be able to. Yeah, I'll just kind of make my way down here to this table with my back to the Firebeards, and I'll just look through those.
Without anybody in your immediate vicinity, there's no one that can look over your shoulder to see what you're doing. You are also close enough to your friends that you are not drawing any particular attention. In short, you've picked the perfect place to look at the note. On the note, it is a very small, almost like maybe double the height of a fortune cookie. Very, very small. And on it, it says, back room, discreet.
I kind of nod to myself, and then I look up at the party, and it looks like from where I'm sitting, I can see into this hall. What do I see?
Make a perception check. This looks like the hall to both the kitchen and the bathrooms.
Perfect for a back room, yes?
This appears to be the only other entrance or exit that is perceptible.
Alright, then I'll get up and like kind of shuffle awkwardly past the bard. And I will go towards the bathroom / where I'm hoping there is a back room.
As you enter the hallway, you see bathrooms on the right side. At the back of facing immediately in front of you as you enter this hallway is the room to the kitchen. You can hear people bustling about in there. And on your left side is a wall with a bunch of bricks. And each of the bricks has a different letter of the common alphabet scraped into it.
Yeah, Way's just like turns, hands in his pockets, is looking this up and down, just, huh. They don't make this clandestine shit look easy, do they? I look at the note and I know, can I try and like suss out if like certain letters are capitalized or like if the first two letters of the line, like some kind of pattern.
Investigate this for me. Honestly, it just looks like gobbledygook. It's like you're staring at... Imagine looking at your own keyboard and just seeing that sort of bunch of random letters in random order. It doesn't seem to mean anything or anything. The only thing you can see is that each brick has its own letter on it.
I kick the bricks, or I like tap on them in a pattern that spells fuck scorch.
Nothing happens.
Damn, I thought it would work. Oh, I try and spell out menu.
Nothing happens.
Damn.
Do you really need my help with this?
Are you a puzzle-solving champ?
Oh, I've already figured it out. It's quite obvious. You're going to kick yourself.
What, is it like discrete backwards or something? Backroom backwards?
That's actually cleverer than what it is.
Okay.
But you're on the right track.
Do you want to share with the class? I'll buy you a drink. We'll see if you can drink.
Oh, come now. You've gotten a note with 3 words on it. Might you try some of those?
So, I got bathroom. I remember bathroom and discreet. What's the third word?
Back room. It's BAC space BACK back. Here, I'll just type it so you can see what it says.
I try BRD.
You hear Fabian in your head. Wrong.
Fabian, that sea shanty cider was really good. I'd love to share it with you. Come on, man.
Just give me full control of your body, a la Johnny Silverhand.
Why do I feel like you wouldn't just open the door for me and drink a beer?
Oh, come now. Don't overthink it. Just use your noggin.
I just spell out backroom discreet.
As you
But-
start to spell out back room, as you spell out back, nothing happens. As you spell out room, nothing happens. But as you begin to spell out discreet, you notice a slight trembling in the letters themselves, as if they are being imbued with force magic. As you get to the end of the word discreet, a small what would be imperceivable to someone even at the bard's distance away, but is clear to you at your close perception of the wall. It's an illusion. You're able to walk through it.
I'm going to try to ping the rest of the gang as I walk through the wall to make sure that they know where I am.
Okay, make an Arcana check.
Set deception for some reason.
Okay, 15. With 15, what would you like to say to them?
If trouble's a brewin', go towards the bathroom and write discreet. The walls look fake.
Head to the left.
I was
You're
so
on the left
sure
side.
you were gonna rhyme.
I couldn't think of anything rhymey. Sorry.
Okay. To be clear, when you go into the room, it's on the left. It's the left wall.
Yeah.
So as you pass through the wall, it reforms behind you. And you see what looks to be a war room of sorts, but in the war planning sense. There's another large conference table type thing, and there's a lot of clutter and storage. It's clear this used to be some sort of storage area for the bar. And while it is equipped with some kegs of its own, inside you see that this is clearly some sort of secret organization or secret meeting. You see what looks to be a half-elf rogue, a tiefling warlock, a dwarf fighter, an elven bard, a gnome artificer, a human cleric, and a half-orc ranger, all seated along this big table. And not only are they not surprised to see you enter, they all raise their beers to you or make some sort of gesture to you as you come in. The half-orc ranger calls out with a chuckle, "Took you long enough."
Yeah. How many times you got to spell fuck, scorch, or up his ass, or whatever? And I'll join in.
Yeah, that one made us chuckle. It was a good first guess.
You know, if you need to change the password, just saying. You could nominate that one on the list.
Well, we thought it
Free of
might be a
charge.
little bit on the nose. The gnome artificer is going to put down the trinket that he has been tinkering with, and he's going to say, "Let us not fall into familiarity before we get down to brass tacks, people. Yes, we have long awaited a member of your organization, the hooligans, to make themselves known. And yes, we know who you really are. That outfits or disguise of yours might fool the everyday person, but we are not everyday people." The elf to his left, who appears to be a bard, and in a much nicer, charming fashion, says to you, We were once adventurers like you, though not all together. We met afterwards, found ourselves in Jarexpawn through hook or by crook, and it's here where we reside. Although, hopefully, not forever.
I see we have a lot in common then. Do you guys have a cool rebel name?
It's not particularly cool.
We can workshop it. Don't be shy.
The half-elf rogue stabs his dagger into the table. You may have heard of us, or at least rumors of us. This is the dirt pile. It's meant to sound particularly unappealing. That way, no one really wants to get involved. You see, we're not some army. We are a group of like-minded people who want a change of leadership in this town. Can you get behind that, Waylon?
Yeah, I think I can get behind that. I'm ready to get my hands dirty.
They all sort of chuckle at this. All right, then. You're getting the sense that this half-elf rogue guy seems to be their de facto leader. You see him nod to the tiefling warlock to his left. And her eyes get cloudy for a second as if she's conjuring or creating something. And you see a ripple appear in the wall behind you. Meanwhile, everyone outside the room, Kelkan, make a perception. Actually, make a what's perception? Is it wisdom?
Perception
It's
is
wisdom.
wisdom, yeah.
Make a straight wisdom save. Or no, I'm sorry, a straight
Okay.
wisdom roll.
Sure.
You get the sense that there is an unseen servant or a familiar running by, scampering from the hallway down whence Waylon went. And coming from that direction and heading towards the slick-looking bartender to your left.
Okay, I'll keep my eye on the bartender, and if he gets up and goes into the back, I'll let the others know that maybe we should join them.
Make a perception check on the bartender.
Okay. Perception.
You're not sure why, but you have to imagine that the unseen servant or whatever it is, this invisible creature, did something because he changed his demeanor and is coming straight over to you.
Oh,
Leaning
okay.
in across Kel and Affinity, he whispers, I've just been told that you happen to be VIPs, so to speak. If you please follow me, I'd like you to meet with some of my associates.
After you then. Can I like signal at Ronnie? Just like a discreet, hopefully wave, because I know that the Firebeards are over in that corner, but I don't want to leave them.
As you begin to signal discreetly to Ronnie, he's going to step next to you and look directly at Ronnie. Ronnie, how do you respond to this person actively making your gaze at the situation you were no doubt clocking already at from your position?
I think meet the eye contact, slight nod. It doesn't look like anyone seems alarmed or under duress per se. So, but they're definitely not going to immediately get up and go over to them right now.
He stares at you, and then ever so slightly tilts his head to the right towards the hallway.
Yeah, and Ronnie heard from way earlier, so I think that they'll like not like again like slight nod, still sort of like rolling their shoulders or whatever. Yep, go for it.
Are you going to follow, or
I
are you
guess
just going to
maybe-
chill?
Well, I don't think they want to get up immediately as soon as the rest of the party leaves. It looks, if they feel like it looks very obvious, so I think they'll maybe try to communicate through tattoos and
Okay.
be like, "I'll follow. I'll be behind you."
All right, make an Arcana.
Oh man,
Natural 20.
Nice.
you all have a really in-depth understanding of Ronnie's emotional state, their fears, their loves.
You communicate just after doing it correctly once. You fully understand in that Ronnie way. Oh, I figured out the trick of it. Now I get it. You just innately get it. You will no longer have to roll. You can put on your sheet now. You will no longer have to roll
Woo!
to perform
hell
the
yes.
tattoo. You have now nailed
Fuck
it.
yeah.
And that can be true. I think that could be a fun thing. If anyone gets a 20 on the Arcana, they can, from then on, not have to roll with the tattoo. So that's a fun thing to try to aspire to a little bit. Yeah, gets cocky, flips a peanut bar into their mouth. The Firebeards take this as a sign of, race war or something. It's the worst case scenario.
That's a signal.
Yeah, just the entire place goes up, explodes like in that Game of Thrones episode. So
Spoilers.
yeah, spoilers to like Oddish and Oddish alone, I think. So you perfectly communicate what you want to communicate. What exactly are the words that you're saying?
Go ahead. I'll fall behind if I have a good opportunity, and I'll keep an eye on Big Kev for now.
Are you communicating this to everybody or to
Yeah, I think so. I don't think that they would like try to not let Oz know what's going on. Also, they may not realize that Oz is so deep in character. Oz is going full method.
Right. So okay, Oz has this information. Oz has gotten the gist just by way of basic intelligence and the fact that the fighting guys aren't really saying anything of particular note. You learn a lot about Big Kev's backstory and how he had a really sad life and found bullying when he was young gave him a sense of power, and then he eventually realized he could put that to good use through boxing, and he stopped being socially so much of a bully, although he does fall back on those tendencies here and there, as you felt when you first came in. But now he's fully accepted you as a brother. And so Oz is like in the middle of this big info dump. Big Kev is crying a lot and getting drunk. And
I think Ronnie will also just be like, keep me posted if you can.
Yeah, Oz can behave however he wants in this situation, but that's all what's been going on here. You're learning fun stories about all the fights everyone's been getting into. You're getting the sense, Oz, that they really, it seems like Big Kev is like some emotionally fulfilling thing, really wants to be able to say that he wrestled his own brother. So everyone seems to be gunning for the fact that they want you to wrestle Big Kev. But you also get the sense, Oz, that all this other stuff is happening. Some of it you're sort of missing, but some of it you are picking up on. You're definitely picking up on this message from Ronnie that everyone's heading into the back room for some sort of meeting.
Big Kev nods and says to the smaller Kev, "Whenever you're ready, I can also tell you the story of how I found you."
His eyes glisten and become so big it's like a puppy dog. He holds his talons to the side of his face and says, "Ooh woo." You know from experience that this means you have him eating out of the palm of your hand.
Out of character, I have like a whole paragraph written that Oz is gonna prattle on about if you have important things to
Oh
get
hell
to.
yes.
No, I want to hear this.
Stage is
Yes.
So look, wait.
Monologue, monologue.
Well, if you're ready, I traveled for quite a while after our mother's tongue was stolen. I was searching for the fae that did it and the men that were with her. I was never able to find her tongue, but I stole their teeth instead. He pulls out his bag of teeth and slams it on the table.
Make a performance check here with advantage.
You've got the props.
Oh, we've just started, don't worry.
Okay, with advantage 16, everyone goes, ooh, and applauds slightly with the jingle of the bag of teeth. The Kenku guy puts his where his ear would be. I don't know what you call a bird's ear, but how a bird hears. And
The hole in their head.
yeah, the hole in their head. Puts it against the bag of teeth, and then makes a little like R2D2 whistling sound. As if to say, those are real. Yeah, I know teeth, and those are real. You look at the Kenku guy with the strange understanding, knowing full well that you were supposed to be a dragonborn right now, but you think to yourself, is it a Kenku thing to collect teeth? Do we all do this? No, you shake it off. I'm just a bird. Continue, please.
Big Kev sniffs for a moment, puts his little bird hand on his dragonborn chest. Coming back, I found that her mother had been gone with no trace. No one seemed to even realize that she had gone missing. Knowing that she was gone, I went through things and I found a picture I have never seen before. It showed, our parents and someone else I didn't recognize. Reading the back, I realized I had a brother I never got to know.
He
Someone else who
starts
shared my name.
crying. He is weeping at the brother. Brother. He's fully enraptured with your storytelling. Please continue.
Now that I was alone, no one in the city was left for me. I decided it was time to leave and go find the brother I had been missing. I went on a decades-long quest, ruining my knees in the process. No horse to ride, only walking. And eventually, I was led here to the city, where I heard that there was someone else who went by the name of Big Kev.
Who was it? Your brother asks.
I mean, I was hoping it was you, my brother, and coming here, hearing what you had to say, I knew it could only be you.
All the
And
other fighters are like, oh, I get it.
But now I'm trapped here in this city. Did you know that they give noise violations if your knees are too loud? I am in so much debt for something that I cannot fix.
One of the bystanders goes, tell me about it. And he rotates his full leg below the knee sideways like a helicopter, and then stands back on it as if this is normal.
Big Kev takes Smaller Kev's hands. Smaller Kev, we need to find a way to get out of debt, run from here. I don't know what.
Big Kev 2, original recipe, looks at you and takes your hand and with glistening eyes says, I would kill for you, brother.
Brother, there is one more part to the story I left out, but I will wait till it is me and you to discuss it. It is something that it is very hard to say.
He looks at his friends and he like puts his arm around them. I never said this before, but these guys are my brothers too. Even the girl ones are brothers. Even though this is a weird thing, a weird way of phrasing this. the the other fighters seem actually get teary-eyed at this. Oz, could you roll me 2 insight checks, please? Nice, big rolls, 24 and 19. So the first one was for earlier in your speech when you said that your knees were making a lot of noise. You definitely saw your new brother looking at your knees and squinting. And as much as you hate to say it, you think he was sizing you up as a wrestler. Could he be thinking of using your knees to your disadvantage in a future wrestling match against his brother? I certainly hope not. That would be too unthinkable. And your second insight roll is to reiterate that the other fighters, even though they are this rough and tumble, hard luck bunch of knuckleheads, they do all treat each other like a family. They all hang out here every day. This is what they do. They take on chumps and they fight them for money, and they win the bets. So they are a group. They're sort of a found family, and little Kev, littler Kev, lesser Kev, is being sincere when he tells you anything you can say to me, you can say in front of them. We're all family now.
Well, if they're your brothers, then they're my brothers as well. I must tell you, I did find the fae that stole our mother's tongue, but I was too weak to take her. She cursed me. He lifts his hood up a little bit as a little bird to wear the skin of his former self as a costume.
They all gasp. Oz, or Katie, suspicious owlbear, give yourself a point of inspiration for this amazing, amazing whole bit. I love
Already inspiration though.
Stock it. Stock that shit up. This is
We're
a
doing
dope.
Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, we're doing
So we can
Baldur's
stack
Gate.
3.
Stack 3 inspirations. Use them to spite me for all I care. You deserve presents.
In
That-
case you're
that was
wondering why Oz
amazing.
was so quiet, it was because I was writing that after the break.
It was a masterpiece.
That's
It
awesome.
was genuinely a masterpiece.
It's genius.
Honestly, somehow that was 2 contrasting monologues.
Okay, so they are all gasping and impressed by your the story of your horrible bird curse. The 2 ladies immediately compulsively reach out and touch your feathers on your face, and then touch other Kev's face and note the difference. The Kenku guy looks at you. Make an insight check for me on this Kenku guy. He knows exactly that you're a full of shit. He knows exactly that. However, he is all about Kenku seeing Kenku succeed. So he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's on your side, but he wants you to know that he knows. And he's like, he looks at you like as if any true Kenku would ever consider being a Kenku a curse. It's the best. That's how he feels. And so he turns to you, and with Kenku mimicry, he sounds exactly like Slythe. And he's like, "Oh, what a terrible curse." And then stares at you knowingly.
I mean, it's not too bad. I just have a need to collect teeth now. It's great.
Make another insight check. Just barely, you can see him smiling. Like you liked that. That was a pretty good one. So, oh no, all right, that's Slight's voice, not his voice. All right, I know what we have to do. We have to kill
Burn
that
down the
thing
bank?
that killed my mom's tongue. The others cheer.
I don't. Sorry, I don't know why my voice went so high there.
It's the curse. The curse. They all cheer again. Don't worry, brother.
I mean, I
Whenever you're
don't
ready,
know where the
we'll
Fae
find
went.
that Fae. And then, when we kill it, you'll get your true form back. And then I can see my brother's real face. The others cheer. The Kenku looks at you with a worried expression.
I can only hope that the curse wasn't so strong it persists after the Fae's death, but I guess we'll have to find out.
He grabs you by the shoulders. Brother, don't say that! I would hate to think you'd be stuck in this horrible short form your whole life. No. When we
I'm the
fix
same
you,
height that I was before.
I won't hear of it.
What?
When we get you back to your massive, hulking, true dragonborn form, then I'll truly know I'm not alone in this world.
You're short too, and we're related.
No, I'm not.
don't think you
I'm
understand
stout
how
and
heights work.
tough. Everyone here knows I'm tough. He starts shoving some of the other fighters. They immediately start wrestling. See, I'm the toughest. Ow! It seems you've lost control of him for a little bit. He and the others are starting to wrestle and fight.
Biggest Kev whispers to the Kenku, I was adopted, but I don't want to tell him.
He gets a look on his face like, oh, that makes sense.
I figured it might break his heart.
He just like looks at you and then begins doing a series of like out of the rest of their like audible range. He starts doing some like really like low bird chirps that are basically like rumbles to you that you just innately understand. And through that and a few gestures, he's able to easily communicate the fact that these guys are knuckleheads. Don't worry about them finding out too much. It can't be that bad. You feel...
Yeah, so I'm just happy to find my brother.
He rolls his eyes.
Blood related or not.
He gives you a thumbs up for that. He's like, I get it. You can tell he's more of a, what you would consider a traditional Kenku, in that he was probably raised in a rural area where it's more common for him to talk via, like Bumblebee does in the movies. He talks via mimicry more often than not. But you do find it odd that he knew Slight's voice. It does make you wonder a little bit if they know each other. Maybe that's why he also knows you seemingly a little bit better. It's hard to say. Anyway, let's get back to the back room scenario. So Oz, when you see these guys being let off, Ronnie sending you a message, how do you feel about that? Do you feel like going after them, or do you feel like staying with your newfound family?
Biggest Kev, when going to readjust his hood, is gonna shoot a message towards Ronnie said that was Wei going back, or just the party in general?
Wei sent a message to the party that he is going into a secret back room, and then the bartender talked with Kel and Affinity.
Bartender.
Yeah, an attempt was made, and then Ronnie
there's so
did
many people to keep track of. It's my fault. Look at this board. It's got a billion fucking tokens on it. Oh, jeez. We could push in a little bit.
And then, yeah, Ronnie sent a message to the party saying, you guys go on ahead. Right? It was like, you guys go on ahead. I'll be out here for a little bit so we don't look sus.
Join later, maybe.
Yeah.
That's what Big Kev looks like. This is what the cool bartender looks like. Did that show?
No.
Not
I
for me.
didn't see it. Oh, he does look cool. He does look like he's from Portland.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he's about to charge you $30 for like a whiskey soda.
Yeah. And put a dead
He's
orange
missing
in
like
it.
5 tattoos, and then he could be in
Right.
Portland.
Well, he's an elf, so he still cares about his beautiful 1,000-year-old flesh.
I thought you said he's in hell.
Yeah, well, he's in
No.
hell, so like the world is like his tattoo. Okay. Okay.
I guess Kev is going to sneakily shoot a message the way that says, "Do you need me, or am I good to stay out here with my new family?"
Do I get to respond to the message?
Yes.
That's how
Yes.
message works.
Yeah. It's like a
Okay.
two-way radio.
I'll give you the TLDR when we're out of the bar. Don't worry about it. Have fun with your new family? What?
All right. Yeah, they might help us out. Or at least, want to help us out of debt to get out of here. We might have to kill a Fae, though.
You feel a voice in your head, Way. And it is not Fabian, and it is intrusive. And it's pretty loud. Even Fabian sits up uncomfortably when this goes off in your head. It is the loud voice of a strident human female. And it is she is very clearly making eye contact with you from across this table while it's happening. So there's this person in front of you who is like basically showing off that they can get inside your head, like right off the bat, and seemingly unbeknownst to the others in the room. But it seems like this person has just been listening to the message that you've had with Oz. This person is like, "Oh, come on. Bring Oz in here too. Why don't we all have a nice big group chat?"
Yeah, I just turn and kind of raise an eyebrow to her.
She sort of sneers at you. "That's not good." "Who's that?" you hear her say in your head, almost in response to Fabian.
An imaginary friend.
Fabian has stopped talking, but you feel a bad vibe from him. You don't hear anything else from her except, "Interesting." Then she gets quiet and thoughtful and stops making eye contact. After a few moments, the bartender brings Kel and Finn back. Along for the ride
And
Tonka also comes, and as the illusion is disappearing, he gets stuck in it halfway through. And so he's just sort of waddling, half stuck in, half stuck out of the wall. A few of them cuss and eventually reset the wall so he can get through. Stupid thing. Why is it even here?
Hey, he's trying his best.
If you didn't say it, I was going to. So you guys, Kel, you enter the room. Ronnie, are you going to go back eventually?
I think I'll wait, give it like a couple beats after they head off. Keep an eye in the room, see if the Firebeards look like they're making moves. And then, I mean, if they're not, sort of slowly, like, make my way back, put my glass down, and try to tattoo speak Oz. Do you want me to stay out here with you, or should I head back?
You can hear Ronnie clearly.
I mean, you can go back if you want. If you want to come over here, I can introduce you as the friend who helped me get here. Or you could go back and do important things, because they're probably doing much more important things.
I'm not great with new people, and you're doing a great job. I don't want to mess anything up for you. I'm gonna
Aw.
head back, but if you feel at all weird at any point, just say the word, and I'll come running.
Okay, thank you, Ronnie.
Ronnie's gonna make like for the bathroom and head back.
Right.
Did I see any? Does it look like anybody was clocking that our party is gone? Mostly.
Here's what I'll say. Make an intelligence save.
What?
Natural 20.
Nice.
Let's go.
Damn.
No one was clocking the party, but almost eerily so. It almost felt like people were really putting up a concerted effort to act like no one had clocked the party.
Mm.
When you arrive in the back of the hallway,
Ronnie just knocks on the wall.
you hear some actually you wouldn't hear anything, but eventually a kind of aggravated looking let's see, who would it be? It would probably be an irritated looking half orc comes to the door.
Ronnie
He
gives him a nod. So,
make a charisma or,
Okay.
yeah, charisma roll.
Yep.
He just looks annoyed. He's annoyed that he had to open the door again.
Oh, hey, Ronnie, let me introduce you to the gang. Starts to point at people. Nope, still doesn't get your name. Nope.
The half elf guy who
look-
seems like he's in charge make an insight check on him, Way.
Insight.
You can
With
tell.
a 21, can I guess his
you
name?
You can tell his cheery optimism, or your cheery optimism, I should say, is so annoying to him. He is so annoyed by how your vibe has taken over this entire conversation. He was trying to keep a vibe. He tried to throw his knife in the table. He wanted to be serious, but like everyone is already moving on to your vibe of it's just a party.
I was like, thanks, Wade. That's so polite of you. Everything's weird out there right now. I don't know if y'all are very sneaky and subtle or if what's going on, but something's not right out there.
He stands up. What do you mean?
Bad
All eyes
vibes.
are on you, Ronnie. Explain. How bad are we
mean-
talking?
Hard to say. A bunch of people whose first time it was at this bar just showed up, all went to the bathroom together, and nobody seems to notice.
I mean,
Oh, he sits
bathroom
back
orgy
down.
in like a
Stop,
dive
stop.
bar? I don't know.
Ew. Why do you have to? He looks like just genuinely confused by you. No. Okay, listen.
Come on, Happy, lighten up, man. You need a beer?
Don't call me that. You don't know me. You're not overly familiar with me. I'm Eric Thornleaf.
Oh, that's cool.
He seems
I
totally
fuck with
like
that.
you totally phased him. Like that was supposed to carry more weight, and he's just like the. A few of the others begin to snicker at him. Listen to me. Listen. Listen to me. He seems to be like rapidly losing control of the meeting two-way.
Cool. You set the agenda, dude. Go, take it away.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
get on the same page. You got this.
He
Don't worry.
You got this, man. I'll clap him on the back.
He grumpily turns away from all of. Wait, did you say you clapped him on the back?
Yeah.
Okay, you walk forward. You have not even like said anything in the room yet. You walk forward and just slap this guy on the back. Make a
Pass guidance on him.
okay, yeah, sure.
You got it, bud.
You cast
yeah.
guidance, but you cast it so late that it can only be applied to this roll, so you have to add it to this, okay?
Okay.
Okay, make a roll to hit an unarmed strike.
Oh boy. Okay. That's just a strength check, right? Okay. Okay. But I have to add guidance.
You have to add guidance.
The first one I double clicked, so
Okay,
it's a 13.
okay. It's a 13.
Yeah.
Hang on, now I
There's
need
no way
to
that hits a
grab this
rogue.
sheet, I guess.
If that rogue gets hit by a 13, maybe we don't need their help.
No, it misses. It misses. The you do just sort of like karate chop him in the back of the neck, though. And he looks at you like, "Hey, what? Why is everyone so overly familiar with me?"
Oh, hey, Kel, bring that action over here.
Oh, for sure.
Ronnie has given themselves a backache by rolling their neck.
Ronnie's shirt is already off, and Kel is already massaging Ronnie. Some of the others start to look around concerned, like, what is this part turning into one of those orgies that Way mentioned a second
I've
ago?
heard
Like,
so much
what is
about.
happening? What is literally happening here?
We're waiting on you, Eric.
Yeah, Way's just staring like, come on, Eric, you got this. Come on, man.
One of the people at the table, the dwarf fighter, is like, all right, I could get into this. But then the gnome steps onto the table and he's like, I can't. He's like this older gentleman gnome, and he's just like, I can't abide by this chicanery anymore. We have important matters to discuss. You can get to your frivolity and orgasms later.
Dude, you really sound like you could use one of these massages. It sounds like there's a huge knot somewhere in there.
I'm not letting some mountain madman rub his hands on me. Are you out of your mind? I'm a man of science.
You're missing out, man. Kel's massages are the best.
Okay, Way, roll to make that canonical, plus your PB.
Okay. D20.
11
plus 3. That's a
14.
Does that beat a reality canon check?
The thing is, it's enough to make it reality, but it's not enough to make them good massages. So they're pretty good. They're 7 out of 10 massages, but he is known for giving them.
I'll take it.
Exactly.
No.
It's not that bad. But it is now
He's
reality.
got the surface area with his hands. He's got these nice big hands, and he can really get in there.
Wait. I think Eric is trying to say something.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Eric. I got distracted by Kel's wonderful massages. Please continue.
No, I give up. He's facing away from the group now, looking sad.
All right. Well, if you insist.
I suppose I'll... Lord.
I'm sorry, what was your name? I'm Ronnie.
I'm Grim Ironclad. An
Okay, yeah,
artificer
let's
by
just
trade.
Let's just get our names out of the way. Points to Dwarven Fighter.
All right, I'll just go through the people with you so you can get a basic sense of them. They all make their introductions to you. After a bit of awkward small talk, it seems like you find out that there's no bad blood from this group for you. And it seems in general, as each one of you begins speaking to one of them, that they seem to appreciate much of the work you guys have done in pissing off the Firebeards. As you guys begin to regather and collectively share information, you realize, oh, this does seem to be some sort of like, I don't know much about this organization, but one thing is they do not like the Firebeards. So just through word on the street of what you guys have been doing, you already come into this with a positive reputation. You find out that the members of this party are I'm gonna copy their names and put them into chat so you can see them.
Bless.
Eric Thornleaf, half elf rogue. You've got Ira Frostwind, who is a tiefling warlock. You've got Bran, who is a dwarf fighter that you mentioned earlier. You've got Lyra, who is an elven bard. It's the person who was niced away earlier. One of the few when he first entered. Grim Ironclad, who's the uppity gnome you guys have been talking to a little bit. Kara Thorne, who is the human cleric who was inside Way's mind for a second and seemed to be almost stalking Fabian. And lastly, you have Darius Nightshade, who is the half-orc who is a little angry at Ronnie right now because he's sick of being the doorman. Just because he's the newest guy doesn't mean he's the doorman. That's all he'll talk about with the other people. But this seems to be a band of people who have gathered in secrets to discuss their dislike of Scorch. This is the dirt pile. And since there are so many of these people, and this is such a rushed first meeting with these people, as you guys are getting through this awkward conversation about massages that you just had a second ago, you don't get a great chance to know all of them immediately. But you do learn those main things. They call themselves the dirt pile. It's meant to evoke something pitiful so as to keep Scorch's eye off of them. And it allows them to operate as a small, tight-knit unit to get their plans accomplished. However, recently, because of the threat of Nautilus blood foam, it has been much harder for them to get anything done. There's no way for them, any of them, to exercise muscle against a Godkin, even as a group. But they have come together to plot as a group to try to see if there's anything that they can do. Then, after a while, the dwarf Bran will shake you on the hand, Way, and he will say, "You know, it's actually quite impressive that you managed to seek us out. I wasn't even sure you were aware we existed."
No way. No, I'm gonna be real. We were hoping somebody would be in here plotting about Scorch. We didn't know it would exactly be you guys. The plan on the dirt pile thing, whoever did that points around the room. Good plan, great idea.
To your points, Ronnie, was it?
Yep, that's me.
You can inside check that if you want, Ronnie.
Can I
feel
give
like
Ronnie
I
the help action?
tell that
Of a
they
really
are
good
being
massage?
It's
currently a
too
dick to
fast
me.
for you to do. Yeah, but there's more insight to be gleaned from that, if should you want it. You don't have to. Ronnie,
What's up?
you can tell that they definitely have heard of you. And they definitely just heard your name. He's just trying to, he's only praising it.
Which one was that?
Eric Thornleaf.
That was Eric.
The road. Yeah, he's
cool.
he's feeling a little bit like he was gonna lead the meeting and get knocked off his high horse a little bit, and now he's trying to regain it by sort of like poking the bugbear.
Ronnie is far too relaxed right now. Yeah. What's up?
He is
Sorry, did you
thrown
have a
off his
question?
game once again. He's like, well, someone else can talk. He turns his chair away again. Grim puts his face in his hands.
Can I give him a lozenge?
I wouldn't talk to him anymore. He's losing it, man. He's losing it.
That's okay. You know, today, it's been a long day for all of us. Let's just start with current events. Ronnie, what's the situation outside? How are we?
That's exactly what I was going to ask Ronnie about. So I do. I mean, if that's their real name.
Ronnie makes a confused face. Anyway, so it's like I said, it's kind of weird. Also, I thought they were probably talking about us because I didn't know you were back here originally. But there's some Firebeards out there who are waiting for a signal before they move on someone.
There.
Do you think that's you?
He looks at you and the others on the dirt pile. They all look at Eric. He considers for a second and he's like, we know about them. They shouldn't be any problem for us.
All right. Is there someone else they might be talking about that might need help?
For us, or you think? Is there a possibility that they're out looking for us?
Well, that's what I assumed.
Darius, the half-orc, is going to turn to the rest of you guys. He's still upset, and because he's upset, he is going to... Actually, I'm going to roll for him real quick. Okay. He's going to lose his composure, and he is going to be like, come on, man. You know they are talking about these guys. He points to you all.
Are we making it more dangerous for you by being back here? Should we leave you to your room?
Eric rolls his eyes. No. It's gonna be a big thing. I was trying to keep it secret, but yes. They are after you.
Oh, great. Okay, well, that's the same as, I guess, it was.
Yeah.
They have a little surprise for you.
It's in the chest. Yep. Yeah.
He looks shocked. Wait, you know?
What?
Is it another cat?
I wouldn't mind if it was another cat, but I have a feeling it's going to be a lot less pleasant.
Well, they
Oh.
didn't mean for the last cat to be pleasant.
True. Yeah. Yeah.
Is there like a back way out
That
of here?
got me. It's so right. It's correct. I mean, it's hard to argue with that. Okay. Eric is going to turn to Grim, the gnome, and he's going to be like, so, looks like we can still have our game, huh?
Is this
Well-
one of those like how many Firebeards you can kill kind of competition game? Is that what we're on about here?
The dwarf fighter Bran turns to you and is like, now this guy I like.
And Wei turns to him and in Dwarvish, she's like, "Oh, we're gonna get along just fine, bud."
His eyes light up and he slaps you on the back. Kel, at this moment, you see clearly now how to properly slap someone on the back. Make an intelligence roll.
Okay. Oh boy.
Maybe it's just I'm not hitting them hard enough. You've decided from now on your massages will be even fiercer.
Hey, Ronnie, do you mind if I try something real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
He just begins
Okay.
to go harder.
All right, roll a d20 plus your
Roll
strength
deep tissue.
modifier.
That's a -1.
Yeah, right. 18.
Holy
Wow.
shit!
Okay. Wait, Roddy, what's your armor class?
19. Although
you're-
technically a -1 puts that at an 18.
Yeah, you're not wearing your armor, right? Because you took it off.
Yes, no, I didn't. You said I took my shirt off, and I just didn't interrupt, but that did not happen.
Oh, right. Okay. Noted. Sorry. That's bodily autonomy. Yeah, you should have control over that. I don't get to decide that. That makes sense.
It would also
Uh,
take whole minutes probably to
I'm
take it
sorry.
off. I don't
I
know how
sometimes
armor
think about
works.
Ronnie as Chewbacca. Chewbacca doesn't wear clothes, so it's different standards depending on the beast, but that is still a personal character choice.
Also,
don't.
Ronnie is in the heart of a weird hive of scum and villainy. They're not about to take off their armor.
Everyone's going with the massage bit. I was just trying to yes and your guys' chicanery. Okay. So can I shillelagh my hands for better massages? I mean, that could
They're
only
now
end hilariously, in my opinion.
magical weapons.
The idea that Kel now has a personal journey to try to learn the best massage makes me laugh really hard. I think that's funny too. Someday Dr. Wilder is going to get real lucky with those magic fingers. Am I right, folks?
I bet some of the fancy hotel, they have a spa.
Dude, that if
Hell
Mistra
yeah.
Liston had a spa, can you imagine how good at massage she could teach? She probably has classes. All right, I'm adding that. That's gonna be, you heard it here first, folks. Okay, so at this point you see Eric and Grim the gnome looking at each other. And Grim's like, "Oh, I guess so. Fine." And he goes and sits down again. Bran's like, "Great. That means we can still bet on whether they..." And Eric like shuts him up. He's like, "Yes, we can. No need to spoil the game." The
I don't know how to play a game if you're not going to tell us the rules.
Yeah, come on, man. That's not very sportsmanlike.
"They're right," says Ira, the tiefling warlock, Ira Frostwind. She's going to cross her arms. "It's not much of a game if none of us know the rules, and you're being pretty cagey about it. Let's just say, when they leave this room, something will happen. And whether or not..."
Ronnie rolls their eyes. Okay.
"Whether or not they succeed, something else will happen." There, that's pretty specific, right?
Oh my gosh.
The elven bard Lyra Moonshadow turns to them. "No, that's like not specific at all." that's not nearly specific enough. No, you have to be like, "Okay, guys, you guys all know that there's some bad guys out there, right? Who might not like you for various reasons. Well, they know. Everyone else in the room is like, 'Oh, you're giving it away.'" And she's like, "Guys, they already know. They figured it out. There's firebeards out there,
we know.
right? They've got something in the chest. You don't know what's in the chest, okay? So here's the game we're gonna play." Way inside your head, you hear Fabian's voice. "I didn't want to say anything because I'm a little worried about that Kara Thorne being able to reach inside your mind like that. If she finds out about me, it could be bad for us. But I do want to say, regarding what's in the chest, I'm so excited. It's like we're playing J.J. Abrams' Mystery Box. I bet it'll be a brand new car."
What the hell are you huffing right now?
What the hell is a car?
"Sorry,
What is
sometimes
a
I forget
JJ?
you don't understand about the multiverse. It's so cool. Too bad you're just a stupid human. Bye."
What is he smoking inside my head?
I
There's
notice,
literal
therapy
smoke coming
in
out
your
your ears. Everyone's staring. Well, a few people. Others more excited about the game.
Okay,
Ronnie's
so the
not
game is just surviving whatever the hell is in the box. It's finding out what's in the box.
Okay, here's how the game is played. Each of you will write in this. He holds up what appears to be a replica of our chat window on Roll20. In this, the next time you chat will be your bet. So you only have one chance to get this right. Type in how much gold you want to bet and what you think is in the box.
Are we betting against you?
That's right.
Why? I thought
Hey,
we all had a bigger mission and goal here.
No. Let him talk. He's cooking here. Do you
There's a-
already know what's in the box?
Oh, we all know.
Okay.
We're betting none
what's
of
the
you can
payout?
figure it out.
Okay. What's the payoff? Is this 1-to-1?
The more people
I mean,
that
that's-
guess what's in the box correctly, the more you win, and the more we lose. Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
Hell has bet already 75 gold on it being a chimera somehow. Okay, the rest of you need to follow suit. We've already placed our bets. They're right here in the safe. He pats the safe
But you,
behind
kn-
him.
but you know what that is already?
Yeah, that's what you get for being late to the party, kid.
You didn't invite us.
And yet you found your way here.
That's not how being late. I can't right now. I can't do this with you.
He gains +2 to his self-confidence. He finally won
I-
in exchange with Ronnie. It took him so long.
Slam my hand down with 100 gold as soon as I'm done counting it out, and I shove it in.
100 on Mimic from Waylon. Now the people who vote late, you can inform your votes with what came before. I will roll for Affinity right now. Let me look at her sheet. I'm not going to bet much since I don't want to actually waste her money. But she has a good deal of money. So, let's say... I think she would want to outdo Wei. So she's going to bet 200 gold.
Wow. Honestly, it seems fair.
You
She
just made Ink lose 200 gold.
You could do 101.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't do that then. She starts to get insecure. Well, I said 200, but I haven't typed it in yet. I'm still in the face. Oz keeps typing things that are not bets. He doesn't need to open the box. Too bad Big Kev is here instead. Oh right, Oz isn't in the room yet, so he can't bet. Oh shit.
Oz has no idea what the party is doing. Oz is just hanging out with his new family.
Okay, so it's just Ronnie who has to bet. And Finn.
I'm gonna Arcana to try and ping Oz to see if he wants to bet, and I'm doing it through the friendship tattoo.
Yeah, Finn's gonna offer to set one down. Well, almost a nat 20.
Yeah.
Okay. So Finn is gonna put down 200 for, assuming Oz would like to bet. She can bet for Oz too, and you can pay her back.
Yeah.
Waylon, pinging Oz, who is outside the room, goes, "Oh, do you want me to just look in the box and tell you what's in there?"
You know what? That would be hilarious.
Is this a group chat thought?
I can also just try messaging the box, see if I can talk whatever's in there.
Do you have a way of checking the box without getting the attention of all the Firebeards?
Yeah, if it's living, I'll just message at it.
Okay, yeah. Do that and let me know.
Wood.
Who all are you messaging Way on this initial one? This was a call to Oz or to everybody?
This was just a call to Oz because Way wanted to make sure that Oz had the opportunity to gamble.
Okay, so Finn's not going to do anything then because she doesn't have any new information yet. But she sees you're doing something. Okay.
I give her like a sly like thieves or like I just give her like a knowing like I'm playing poker kind of smirk.
Oz is going to drop this call with Way and is going to cast a message towards the chest to communicate with whatever's in it.
Okay, two things are going to happen at once here. Way, I need you to make a intelligence save. And
save.
Oz, I need you to... does message need a specific point of contact? Let me double check that. I forget how this works. You just message a general area? I don't know.
Yeah, you point your finger in a direction.
Let's see. You point your finger toward a creature within range and whisper a message.
doesn't need to be in sight though, because it can travel through material.
You can cast a spell through solid objects if you're familiar with the target.
I guess is the chest solid?
The chest, I think, okay, this is my
It can go
DM
through openings if
interpretation of
there's a
this.
keyhole on it.
I think it can travel through it, but I think since you are not familiar with what's in the box, you don't even know if it's a creature yet. So you don't know if it will work, basically. Because you are having... Okay, let me put it this way. What does Oz think is in the box? If he is guessing with just his imagination.
Oz is just guessing there is something living in there, and
Does
it's
he
trying
have...
to shoot message.
Does he have, like, a particular, like... What would Oz think is hiding in a box? Like, as an imagination exercise? Like, what is, like... Does he think it's, like, an octopus? Does he think it's a dragon? Does he think it's a, you know, another him? Like, what's his wildest idea of what it is?
Give me a second to roll to see if it is Oz or Big Kev here.
This is the best campaign ever. I love it so much.
Third Billy Goat Kev.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Big Kev thinks it's a human in there who wants their teeth back.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, message is just, you just do it, right?
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
Right. So,
And it can go through openings, so if there's a keyhole or something in there.
yes, I'm not worried about that. I think because it's just a wooden chest, I think it would be able to go through anyway. What I'm thinking right now is that you are... Here's how I'm doing this. So, you're not familiar with the target, right? So it makes it a little harder. However, Oz's guess was so close to being right that he is going to get an advantage on an Arcana roll to see how this connects with the target. So, Oz, please roll for us Arcana to see how your message interacts with this target. Okay. Okay. So you are able to get inside the mind of a human man who is inside that chest. What would you like to say to them?
Well, I noticed the chest moving. Are you okay? Are you stuck in there?
Okay. I need... This is so crazy. You guys are so funny. You come up with the wildest shit I never account for. Okay. This is just a straight roll with no modifiers to see what's going to happen next. This is what makes D&D fun. Rolling D20.
Oh no.
Clickety clackety math rocks.
You hear a voice in your head, Oz. It's faint, but it's talking to you. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Someone who saw a box move and was concerned that someone got trapped in there.
Kara?
What?
You feel the message suddenly break down, as if he was trying to block it out with his consciousness on his end.
Oh, well, Oz is gonna shoot a different message to Way and go, there's a person in there.
What do you mean there's just like in message, just what do you mean there's a person in there?
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell with message, but from what I can feel, there's a straight up adult man trapped in that chest who seems very concerned.
Fuck, I put money on this.
Meanwhile, Ronnie has said, I don't gamble. This isn't a game.
Boo! Everyone in the room boos Ronnie.
Ah, damn it. Yeah, Wade just like aloud just goes, damn it.
You just say you have cold feet and want to change your answer.
No.
Finn is gonna turn to you. What? What's the answer?
Can I... Finn and I have worked together. It's not exactly like a thieves camp, but it's like you and I have been working together. Is there any way I can, like, gesticulate, like, mark not interesting?
Like, wait, what is the thing you're actually trying to say?
I'm trying to tell her the answer's boring and disappointing and I just lost a lot of money.
Okay. All right. That's a complex thing to connote with facial expressions. I think it's possible though. So do just roll a persuasion check. Natural 20. All right. So basically in Finn way, like ship language, you communicate everything that just happened in your phone call with Oz. Every detail of it somehow. You even managed to communicate things that Oz didn't tell you. That's how powerful your language is. Finn now knows all of
He's a
it.
brunette. He's got blue eyes. He's a Capricorn.
Finn puts down 500 gold on a human. As she turns to the rest of you, she's like, what? That's what it said, right?
They're easy to put in chests. What?
What, you haven't stuffed a human person inside a giant chest before? Come on, what kind of parties are you having?
Are you guys saying this out loud?
No, Wade's still saying it with his face.
Okay. Yeah, right.
I'm having a face journey.
So
Right? I guess like, so do you want us to, what needs to happen now? We just go get the chest?
the human cleric in the room comes up and puts an arm around you, Ronnie, and says,
No, thank you. Ronnie moves away.
You immediately move away. She looks jilted. Some of the others laugh at her. No, I'm afraid, my friend. The chest will come for you. At this point, they sort of start snuffing the torches in the room, and lead everybody outside, including Tonka. As soon as you guys are outside, Kara steps back in the portal and closes it, so you guys can't get back in. Have fun! Then the door closes and you can't hear anymore. The bartender grabs a random tray and begins to bring it out to the bar like he's cleaning it. Totally
I don't
clandestine.
care for her very much.
He got in my head. Yeah, Wade's just standing next to Ronnie, just like very low, like, she got in my head.
That's not friendly.
No. I only have one uninvited guest in here, and she heard him.
I think I did it too low, but Ronnie growls.
I heard it, yeah.
Yeah, I heard it.
Ronnie looks back at the brick wall. We'll discuss this further. For now, whatever this nonsense is.
Yeah, with the guy in the box.
The what?
There's a guy in the box. Oz messaged the guy. There's a man in the box.
I was worried it was a hostage. All right, well, let's get the box, I guess.
Wait, hostage or enemy? What if it's
Do you
just
think
like...
it's... Do you think it's Doozer? Do we think that they think that we're working with Doozer?
It could be.
Do we have an obligation? Just leaning back into Ronnie. Do we have an obligation to save Doozer? Or do we just say cool and then we walk back in there and Finn gets 500 gold?
We don't know that it's Doozer.
Right, but if it is,
We should aspire to save anyone if we have the opportunity. They
Ugh.
sigh heavily.
yeah, Wade's just.
What if we open the box and he bonks us?
Then
Doozer?
we'll fight him.
I'll make him
Problem.
shit his pants again.
Problem solved.
That's fair enough.
There's something happening here between these dirtbags and the Firebeards, and I cannot tell, but they seem to be coordinating, and I don't like that. I want more information, and it seems that their stupid game is the way to do that.
So do we just bum rush him?
How about I just walk up, cause a distraction, and we'll see how long that lasts. You guys go for the box?
If you think you can draw them away, the room's a little large for, one round of...
Wait,
I'm very good at getting attention.
wait, guys. I need to tell you something. Finn pulls you guys aside.
What's up?
This venue is like really good. I don't really want to fuck it up.
We don't fuck up every place we go to.
I know, but
Yeah.
I don't want to be like disinvited because of you guys, or like have to pretend I don't know you guys, you know?
Okay, do you want to go try to talk to them to get the chest, or do you want to just go sit at the bar and act like you don't know us when we fight?
No, you know what? I'm gonna go talk to that bartender guy. He seemed nice. I'll just tell him that we may kill a few people, but like not a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Finn goes over and talks to the bartender. I'm gonna roll a few.
Wade pokes his head around just so he can watch at least Finn's reaction to the conversation around this screen.
Yeah.
Ronnie maybe is like, wait.
I'm just looking.
Respectfully?
Yeah.
Very respectfully.
Demurely.
Yeah, exactly. Do you see how mindful he is? Very demure.
Way is
Okay.
always mindful of Finn.
Okay.
What? I'm just staring at two very hot people. What? Sorry, was that allowed?
Whoa. Okay.
Those guys really made an impression on you, huh?
They're there
Ronnie's
too.
like looking at like two turnips that look like people. Like, what is? Pay attention.
Ronnie was looking at these guys, so imagining them as described as turnips that look like people.
Okay, so she's going to roll one straight charisma, 26. She's gonna roll 2 persuasion. Okay, I mean this is just her wheelhouse, right? That's why I wanted to do the rolls, because I was like, I could just give these to her, but I actually want to see the crazy math in motion. Plus 10 on persuasion, plus 7 on charisma save. That's how you play the game, in my opinion. All right, so she comes back and she's like, yeah, I can perform here whenever we want. Let's go kill those guys.
Oh. I misunderstood your concern. Great. Okay. Do we want to still do a distraction, or just go out, get drinks, saunter over, and...
Yeah, that was going to be my distraction. Come over, drink, splash something in somebody's face, then we kick their asses.
Should
know
we
me way too
tell
well, Ronnie.
us?
Yeah, I'll message. I think as we start walking out to the bar I'll message Oz, or I'll tattoo message Oz as I see Finn walking over.
Warning,
so
Finn
might be
incoming.
about to Finn incoming. Finn coming.
Finn coming.
There we might be about to start a fight. Feel free to join. Friends, +1s, +4, welcome.
Finn is gonna talk over your communication. She's going to be like, she's just going to come over to Oz and turn to the burly people in the center of the room and be like, hey, we're going to start a fight. You guys want to join? And they're all immediately drunkenly like, yeah. So they're suddenly on board with the plan.
Can I do a quick insider perception to see if the guys in the corner are actively getting themselves ready to fight us, or if they're still trying to be clandestine?
Okay, sure. Yeah, roll it.
Yay.
They are tense.
Okay.
Without insight, you don't know specifically why, but to you, it seems like they're still feigning ignorance and also being tense. Breathing heavy, a little bit sweaty.
All right, Wei. I'll be cheering you on from here. I'll give him guidance.
Thank you. Once again, wonderful back massage.
Oh, of course. That's how I give guidance. Now it's just a back massage.
Oh, gross.
Just a quick little
Stop it, Kel.
rub.
Leaning in real close.
Yeah, I'll order 4 of the cheapest beers.
Mm-hmm. 4 silver.
And then, yeah. And then I just saunter on over and...
Ronnie goes back to sort of where they were sitting before.
Yeah, I'll walk over here. I'll say, hey, fellas, what's the hot gossip? And I'm just, holding 4 beers.
How loud are you?
Loud enough to kind of interrupt whatever train of thought they're having.
Okay. I need to make another d20 roll. Okay. As soon as your voice becomes audible, this chest bursts open, and out from the chest springs Doozer. And he leaps forth on the table. And he's like, now! Spring the trap! It's time to fight!
Can I splash beer in the guy's face next to me?
Not yet, because something
Okay.
even more amazing is about to happen. From the chest, another figure leaps out. The figure you didn't know was there. For it was not just one creature in this box. A new and improved Super Bill Caven jumps out onto the table. And he is ready for action. He looks totally swole, totally healed. He almost looks like Praetor naturally healed. Like, how did he get so healed in so short an amount of time? He also looks like he has big, bulging veins. How did they both fit in that box? I mean, it's a 10-foot box. Look how many squares it's taking up.
Yeah, you're putting Milkhaven up there as a large creature.
Yeah, but I mean, the box is also tall. Look how big the box... Look, guys, look how big the box is.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought that one of this
I
was
thought this was the box.
No, you guys are way off.
Yeah, I
this
thought it was-
this big, it's this big red
yeah.
box here. Look, I've even drawn it.
Oh.
I didn't draw it just now. That's been drawn from before the game. That's where they've been. I swear. I built this entire scenario this afternoon when Finn was like, sick. And I was like, okay, this is gonna be the big Finn performance episode, but now it's the big Bill Caven episode. Now it is Bill Caven's revenge. He leaps from the box and he punches forth and he is like, you left me for dead. Now I'm gonna do the same to you.
We
And on
left
that
you in
bombshell,
jail.
we're dead in jail.
I mean, kind of, but that's the fault of the system.
Regardless, on that bombshell, that's where we're gonna end things for this week. Next week we should have Finn back, newly recovered. She can actually do a makeup performance for my lackluster version of her this week. But it was fun to do. Thank you guys all. Had a really fun time tonight. And yeah, we'll be back hopefully next week with everybody. And for now, let's raid out to Scone. But yeah, thank you very much, guys. That was a really fun session. Great RP all around. Really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. All right, I will catch you guys later. Bye
On the
bye.
flip.
Bye.
Bye bye.